This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Oh, yeah, we are ready to rock and roll. Love it. We're out here at Marlins Park. The place is packed. There's a great vibe here today. So we're out here having some fun. Bill is, of course, as always, my partner in crime by my side out here.
This is crazy, man. We got Billy the Marlin not 30 feet away from us.
There you
with
go.
the drum line. You hear him?
I hear it. I hear it. I hear the. It's nice to see the. It's nice to see the vibe here. Obviously, hey, look at me. I even purchased a new lid today because I figured I'd have to. Listen. The prior ownership group, I would have never spent any kind of money on their stuff, but Jeter and the boys, we're going to give them a shot. They have been very kind with us. They have been very accommodating with us, and we appreciate that. And so we'll be out here for a couple of hours. We got a lot of guests for you.
That
today.
hat will go smashing with your shirt from Caneswear.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Like amazing.
Yeah, that's right. You're right about that. Let me adjust this thing here. So we will take you till about 6:30, something like that. We got a loaded show for you today here at Marlins Fan Fest. Let's see, at 3:15, Jazz Chisholm is going to join us. Kid from the Bahamas, actually. And we'll have a little fun with Jazz at 3:15. At 3:45, the president of baseball operations, Mike Hill, is going to stop by. So we'll talk all things baseball with Mike about this upcoming season. 4:15, Drew Steckenrider is going to join us, the right-hand pitcher. He will stop by at 4:15. At 5:15, it'll be Robert Lee Duger. He's going to join us. And then at 6:15, Monty Harrison, the center fielder, is also going to stop by and have a little fun with us. So we are absolutely loaded, and it's been really cool, by the way, seeing a lot of the people and, a lot of people that didn't know about the podcast. And so they're like, hey, where do I get you, man? I miss you on radio. And I always tell everybody, I don't miss radio, all right? I miss you guys, but I don't miss radio, okay? Working with idiots is not fun. Trust me, you guys have done it, right? I mean, we've done it, right? We've all had to deal with idiots in our workplace. So it's really nice, a great vibe out here. You can hear the music. In future broadcast, we got to add a second camera to show the vibe outside, because I'm not going to have Bill go outside and hey, let's move it around. But it's really, really good atmosphere out here. So
give me a second, man. I think I could do a little spin.
No.
I could do a spin.
All right. Give him a spin. Give him a little bit of a vibe on what's going on out here. There we go. The great Manny Navarro in the house. Come on around there. There you go. The great Manny Navarro. All right, wait a minute. Hold on. Talk to him there. So we will have some fun. And you bringing Jazz now? Yeah, I am on the air. But in podcasting, I can do whatever the hell I want, which is a beautiful thing. Nice to meet you, my brother. And you guys, by the way, I'm proud of you guys. I'm really proud of you guys because we're... Yeah, but the fact that we reached out and you guys embraced us, where prior ownership wouldn't have done that, that's a bunch of crap. And so we love local sports. I'm a local guy, man, and so I'm super happy that you guys have reached out, and I think it's a great thing, man. I'll be with Manny until you bring Jazz, and then we'll kick his ass out. Okay? All right? Manny Navarro stops by, which is a beautiful thing. Craig Mish, by the way, will also stop by at 4 o'clock and have a little fun. So bring that thing closer.
Sure, let me bring it closer. Yep, there we go.
So what's up, baby?
Nothing much, man. Just coming out, trying to help a little bit with the athletic coverage of the Marlins this year. We had Andre Fernandez, who was a beat writer, went over, starts covering the Heat.
Yeah, we got him all the time.
So it's back to old school, man. I mean, I did this beat for 7 years.
I know.
And it's nice to come out. I love baseball, so it's nice to come out and see a lot of fans.
Dude, there's a lot of people here, bro.
More than the 16 that USA Today said there was, right?
Oh, yeah. Dude, this is a lot of people. I'm like, wow. Now, be honest. Who's got the slickest tent in the whole place?
Who's got you guys do? This place. I mean, you walk by it. It's like, wow.
Right.
The colors. I mean, it's just
right.
It's pimp out here.
We're styling,
nice.
huh?
We're styling, man.
We do things the right way on the Big O Show, baby. We rock on the right way out here. So, by the way, that was a tough one last night for the Miami Heat.
Yeah, you look at just being undermanned, right? I mean, you make the trade and you short bodies to begin with because of health, and it's tough to win. And listen, I've been to Sacramento. It's not easy to win there.
No.
That team, they've got some young players that are talented, and they gave up 19 3-pointers and 24 the other night. So it's not easy to win on the West Coast, especially when you're shorthanded. So I'm not worried. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm with you there. All right, so what do you think about this, man? I like what they're doing here at Marlins Park. This is a nice vibe.
Yeah, I think, I was just listening to Don Mattingly and Mike Hill talk for about 15, 20 minutes each.
We're going to get him here at 3:45. We'll get Mike Hill.
And really the message is, hey, we expect to win now. We've got guys in our system that are growing up. We've been trying to make these trades for 2 years, and we expect to be a lot more competitive. And you go back and you look at last year, they lost a bunch of 1-run and 2-run games because they just didn't have any offense. I like some of the moves they made, getting Corey Dickerson in left field. He's a good hitter, quality hitter, a guy who's been an all-star before. Matt Joyce is a veteran hitter. These aren't, and listen, I love Curtis Granderson and those older guys, right? Those are guys
a little
too old. They got younger guys now that are 29, 30, 31 that can still make an impact. Jonathan Villar's another one. And I think this is going to be a better lineup and a better team. So, look, man, Marlins fans, to me, there's always baseball fans in this city. There's always going to be. I think it's just at the root of the Latino community. The problem is when you go through that ownership group and everything you've been through the last 20 years.
You can't keep selling players off, dude.
Right. And these fans, you can tell that there's an interest in baseball in the city because the people are here for Fan Fest. They're here. They show up. They care. So, to me, if Derek Jeter can just get some of these young guys to really develop the way that they hope, a guy like Jazz Chisholm, who you're going to have on here in a few minutes.
Bahamian kid, too.
Bahamian kid. He's a really good talker. You should have a great interview with this guy.
Yeah, he's.
I talked to him yesterday. I wrote a story just about.
I read it.
Yeah, just the friendship that he has with Derek. I mean, you got to talk to him about that.
He calls him every week.
I mean, who's got a Hall of Famer on speed dial like that? To kind of bounce. And it's obvious why Derek is sort of answering the phone and talking to him, not just because he's a great prospect, but he's a shortstop, and he knows, hey, you know what? This kid needs a positive influence. We need a good shortstop once Miguel Rojas is done playing in the next couple of years. So.
He's very important for many reasons, and I'm gonna, ask Mike Hill because he traded Zach for him.
Yeah.
And so that's where they need him because they felt that they had enough young pitching that's going to come through. So they felt that they could get rid of Zach and Gallen would be, they can overcome it because they needed the bat. And I get it, because obviously the other local kid has not been able to cross the Mendoza line practically.
Right. Well,
and so I get that you needed the bat, but he has to come through because – if Zach's looking pretty good over there with Arizona, he's probably going to get a back end of the rotation spot.
Yeah, I think the reason you make that move and what that move tells you is they have a lot more confidence in the young pitching they have in the minors than they do the bats.
Yeah.
And really, in baseball, let's face it, if you can't hit, you're not going to win. I mean, those are the guys that play every day.
Right.
The pitchers are every fifth day. You obviously it's great.
You got to have pitching.
You got to have pitching.
That's why Washington won.
That's why they won. They had two of the best pitchers in baseball, wheeling and dealing. You need two studs to win pitching in the playoffs. But in the regular season, you're going to have any shot of making a wild card or contending. I mean, you need a lineup that produces runs, and guys like Jazz are guys that they're excited about. Left-handed bat, a lot of left-handed bats that they picked up this offseason and in the last few months. Jazz is, one of those guys that, he's 5'11", 170 pounds or whatever he is, but
you kill your manager if everybody's on one side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nice. You got to have some versatility. I mean, look, the game doesn't have a lot of versatility anymore, so at least have some versatility at the plate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because guys aren't versatile anymore. You can run a shift on guys, and that's because they can't bat the other way and things like that. It's the game's changed,
and
man.
It's always been a short porch here to right field.
Right.
And they really, how many good left-handed
bats? And they reconstructed it too, right? They redesigned it.
They redesigned the field, and To me, you need some left-handed power to win in baseball, and they haven't really had that. I mean, a couple bats here or there. Christian Yelich really wasn't a home run hitter while he was here.
No.
So, I mean, now you're getting guys that have that natural power, and you need power in your lineup to win games. So,
yeah. So I'm hoping. Look, the key is developing, and then the key is keeping. That's where they're going to prove that they're completely committed. Do you believe that they're going to keep?
Remains to be seen, man. Obviously, I think the intention is there to do it the right way, but we'll find out. Here's Jazz, man. I'm going to take off so you can talk to him.
Manny, get the hell out of here.
Brother.
Get out of the way. That's Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Jazz Chisholm is ready to join us. All right, so let's get Jazz in here a second. Jazz, how you doing, my man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Go a little closer there. I'm Big O, man. How you doing? You doing all right?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here.
All right, Matt. Well, we're happy to have you here. So how you feeling about this upcoming season?
Oh, I feel amazing, man. Like I haven't felt better in my life.
Do you feel more pressure when you get traded to this city compared to where you were, only because our large Bahamian community and you got an opportunity to represent like nobody else?
I wouldn't say I feel more pressure. I feel like I feel more like at home.
Okay.
I feel more at home when I come to Miami. This is my type of culture. This is my type of vibe. So every time I'm at home and I think of home, I think of Miami. So when I got traded here, it wasn't more of a pressure. It was more of a happiness to me to be here.
So let me ask you something. If I'm correct, I think I did this. Okay, yes, exactly. You got to explain this to me. You come out of the Bahamas, and they put your ass in Wichita, Kansas. Now, that's shell shock above shell shock above shell shock. So tell me, what was the culture shock first for you going from Bahamas to Wichita?
The snow was the culture shock for me. But my parents didn't want me to stay close to home. They always wanted me to be far away from home. I was supposed to come to American Heritage, actually, high school. And I ended up going to Wichita, Kansas to a prep school and playing baseball and basketball and football up there. And I mean, it was weird for me too to go to Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah. I saw that and I go, wait a minute, Bahamas to Wichita.
It was a last minute change. Like when you're in baseball, we have last minute trades that come out of nowhere.
Right.
That was basically it, because I was packing my bags to go to American Heritage, and then 2 weeks later, actually, you're gonna go to Wichita.
So Jazz, was there like any regrets early on? Like, what the hell am I doing here? That kind of stuff?
Oh, 100%.
Really?
I got up there, it was snowing, it was cold, like, haven't played against some, like, amazing competition yet, so I was like, oh, I'm here for no reason. And then we started playing in, like, national events, and then I was like, oh, never mind.
Okay.
This is really going to teach me how to be strong with everything I do. It was playing in cold weather, which you're going to have to do when you're playing in October, November.
Well, the Shockers go to the College World Series all the time, right? Hasn't Wichita even won the college?
They did. They did.
Yeah. So, they have.
Actually, their basketball team has come on the scene as well.
But that's fine. In winter, you're stuck in a damn gym, so that's all right.
True.
That's all right.
So how the hell? Do they have indoor baseball facilities over there, or what's the deal?
I mean, the Shockers do.
They do, huh?
Yeah, they do. We did, as a high school, we did have an indoor facility that we worked out at. So, I mean, we had good travels, good indoor facilities. Like, we would drive from Wichita, Kansas to Tennessee to play in the national tournament every year. I mean, we were a really good school. I wouldn't down my school at all. We came third in the national championships. So, I mean, I was pretty fine with it, like going there and playing and competing against guys that have been in the big leagues now before. Like, I'm just happy.
Let's think about this. Look how dedicated they are that they'll go to the Bahamas to find talent.
Right.
So you think about that. That's how studly that area is about baseball, how they feel about the sport. That's
right.
That's also the way you really got to look at it, because.
So the funny part about it, about me going to Kansas, that he saw me play in the Little League World Series that year in 2010, and in 2010 I was 12, and he was like,
I was gonna say U13s, right? Yeah.
I was 12.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he came and he told me, he was like, yeah, you're going to go to American Heritage, you know, go to school. And then 2 weeks later, going to Kansas, I was like, where is Kansas?
Did you know anything about American Heritage already? Because it's a kick-ass school.
So Albert Cartwright
Okay.
was one of the guys. He played for the Phillies.
Yeah.
And Anton Richardson and my stepdad, my coach that coached me all the way up, Jerron Sands, he played at American Heritage as well. So, like, all of the guys that were really good in the Bahamas that were, like, could have made it professional went to American Heritage. So that's where I was like, all right, I'm going to be another professional athlete from the Bahamas that goes to American Heritage. That was my looking at it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Jazz Chisholm, by the way, joining us here on the show. So what do you want to accomplish this year with the team, personally?
With the team, I just want to come up and help the team win. That's all I want to do. I want to win. I'm a big competitor. All I think about is winning. If I could come up and just make a play, defensive play, and get no hits and help us to win, that's how I would want to play.
What does it say to you that they traded for you? And they gave up a pretty good player in Zach, who's a pretty good pitcher overall. They felt they had the pitching depth, but they needed that bat. So, and they want you to be that bat. What's that say to you that they traded for you?
It's saying to me that they actually wanted me here. And I feel really grateful that they want me here and want me to be a part of this group that's coming up, because it's a really group coming up right now, and I can see it, and I'm watching it. Now that I'm here, I really can see it coming, and I'm telling you, Marlins are going to win a championship in 2 or 3 years.
I love that. That's what I like to hear about the Marlins getting it done. All right, so Jazz, the name Jazz, what's the story behind it? Because it's such a cool name. So I'm wondering, what were your parents thinking? How did that come about?
You want me to be honest with you?
Yes.
My grandma just was like, Jazz.
That's it? It was just...
I'm a junior, so... She named my dad Jazz, and my dad was like, he's a junior. That's it. So it was just...
Was there a storyline why they named your dad Jazz?
There's really not. They were just like, Jazz. Like, I know my kid's going to be a smooth, little talented kid, and that's how they named my dad Jazz.
So you felt like your whole life you had to be smooth because your name is Jazz.
Right. It had to be that way. That's the only way it could be.
Did you meet anybody outside of your dad in the Bahamas named Jazz?
I've never met anybody named Jazz.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, in this country, you could find probably a couple, right?
I would imagine. Not.
But you haven't. Okay. But there has been a couple.
I've met some Jasmines.
Right, Jasmines. That's right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Jazzies.
Somebody
named their
Jazz.
kid Jazzy?
Yeah. Jazzie.
That's a little wacky.
Right. I've never met a Jazz though.
Okay. All right. So apparently you got Derek Jeter on speed dial. Is that what it is? Not
really speed dial. I would not say that. I call the office and ask if I could speak to him. It's not on speed dial. I like people to have their own personal space.
So wait a minute. So you can't pull up the phone, you're hanging out with your buddies and go, watch, I'm going to call Jeter right now. Boom.
I don't think I would ever do that.
And you call number 2 right there and then.
I would never do that.
No?
No, I'm not the guy to do that.
No? You think he would hang up on you?
No,
right?
He's too good of a guy.
He's too good of a guy, right?
He's too good of a guy. I think he would, but I'm more of a guy that respects everybody's personal space, and I know that Mr. Jeter, he's always busy. So I use my connects as in being a Marlins player and calling the office. Call the office, hey.
They put you on hold. You got the elevator music going on. You're waiting.
I don't even mind it at all.
Okay.
If he gives me his time, it's special to me in every way, every time.
Jazz, when you have a guy like that leading your organization, and I think all of you know how he carried himself, like at an impeccable level. Like it's very few people have carried themselves so perfectly. Is that a level of expectations when the guy that's running the team has his standard and he's kind of, and however you are, you're expecting that next person to, kind of live up to that standard?
Oh, with Mr. Jeter, I mean, with him.
Mr. Jeter too, huh? Not Derek?
I'm a back and forth guy. I call people Mr. Jeter. I call him Derek. I call him Derek Jeter. It goes with everything, but with him, it's more of a he likes you to be yourself type of guy.
Okay.
And if you can carry yourself as professionally as he did, he'll really respect it. But if you can just be professional with everything you do, he'll be fine with it. It's just not going overboard with a lot of stuff, you know?
I got you.
That's how he is, and I really respect it out of him, too.
All right, so Jazz, you were at a cold place for a long time. Has your blood already thinned out that when it does get like 65, you're a complete wuss like the rest of us? Because when it gets 65, I need like 8 jackets. So I'm just wondering, do you still have that Wichita blood in you that you're like laughing at 50 and 60s right now?
Honestly, I've never had the Wichita blood in me. I still wear a hoodie in 75-degree weather. So, I mean, if it's not like 80, I can still wear a hoodie and some sweatpants. I'm not going to even lie to you. I came to the field today with a hoodie on, and it was like 70 degrees out here. So, for me, I mean, it's kind of cool, you know, like coming from Wichita and still not being able to handle cold weather is kind of funny to everybody.
That is awesome. Jazz Chisholm joining us. Make sure you watch the Marlins. You support the Marlins. You come on out, buy some tickets, and cheer on my man Jazz, who's going to have a great season this year. How many home runs?
Let's go with 30.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Gotta set it up there. You got to set it high.
I like it. Jazz, thank you, my man. I wish you the best, my man.
Thank you.
You got it. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with more right here on the Big O Radio Show.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit. Offers end 11/10/19.
Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used.
50% less.
A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com. No one expects to get...
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodsey now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.9%. 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodzie can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
We are back.
This is the Big O Show.
Just saw my buddy there, John Morales from Channel 6.
This is way more people than I expected, man.
It
is live, man. It's alive. It's awesome.
It's awesome. It really is. It's really cool.
You'd think this was a street party, man.
Yeah, no, it's a great vibe. For people that say that there are no baseball fans, there are some baseball fans out there, man. You just got to bring them out, man. You gotta dedicate yourself. You got to commit to winning. You do that, and you give yourself a chance to build a fan base. And let's hope that these guys are able to do that. But we're happy that we're out here at Marlins Park. Already Manny Navarro and Jazz Chisholm. Jazz, by the way, Manny was right. Jazz was excellent. That was a fun interview with Jazz.
One smooth and natural, smooth cat.
Yeah. Easy to root for, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, NFL DFS playback says, yo, Big O, this XFL looking nice so far. Hits on point. Hopefully you having a blessed day. Well, look at us. Of course we're having a blessed day. I'm recording those XFL games at my house. So when I get home, I'll watch those XFL games.
Don't feel alone in that, brother.
You're right.
2-5 today and 2-5 tomorrow.
Yeah. I recorded them today and tomorrow too. But tomorrow I'll be home and relaxing and chilling out, and today we're actually grind. Although,
are you actually taking a day off tomorrow? Are you taking a day off tomorrow?
I mean,
you're
I
not
don't know.
doing nothing, right?
Other
than you obviously got to watch the game.
You're right. Watch the game. Maybe I do a tiny podcast. I don't know, but if there's anything breaking that I should do, then yeah, maybe tonight. Remember, we got Panthers Penguins tonight, so that's something maybe we end up talking about. Who knows? So you never know.
I hope it's positive talk.
Yeah.
Well,
it's against Pittsburgh. That ain't gonna be easy, man.
No, sir.
FSU Nelly Nell 305 says 305 in the house. It is right here. Let's see what else. Jay says good afternoon from Orlando. All right, so you're watching in Orlando. Nice job,
hey, if
Jay.
you guys are sitting around and you could come down here,
yes.
I strongly suggest you coming down here.
Definitely.
This is a party. It really is.
Joe, is it Lotufo? Stinking Miami Heat. Why stinking? Because they lost yesterday? Man, they were missing a couple guys. They're, and Sacramento's not that bad. I think I was telling you the last couple days on the show, because even my man Bill here was kind of, they should win this game. I'm like, no, man, no, they should not win this game. It's not a game that's a gimme. You were going to have to, and they shot lights out yesterday from 3-point range. Bogdanovich was just on fire. So the Heat are doing really good. I mean, there's no stinking there. Let's see. Man of 1,005 holds says, what's up, Big O? Let's go Marlins. And again, Joe says, hello, Big O. Yes, sir. Hello, hello, hello. And it's been good to talk to a lot of the people that are out here coming out to the event to see. And you get an opportunity to meet the players, get some autographs, things like that. There were a bunch of fans that were right in front of us here while we had Jazz here. They were waiting for Jazz to get out so they could sign some, so he could sign some stuff. And I see the kids, they've got pictures and they've got baseballs and they've got hats that they want to get signed. It's just a really cool vibe right now to see people into baseball. Which, look, man, it needs it in a big-time way. Baseball needs a boost. I don't know if it's ever going to get it, to be honest with you, but I would like to see a boost here personally. I would like to see the interest grow here, but obviously it's up to the team, up to the ownership group. They've got to make that commitment. And they're going through the painful process of making these trades and also letting some of the bad contracts expire and build up the minors and then hopefully develop players. And then the next step, that's when we really know how committed they are, is that, let's say a Jazz Chisholm that was here. Let's say in 3 years from now, the kid is just raking and he's kicking ass. And he's approaching the end of his, 6 years where you have total control. Now is when you step up at that point and you give him that long-term contract and lock him down to a deal. That's what it's all about. That's what you got to do. So, this is going to be the key thing in order to have some success on a long-term basis. Is that you got to be able to develop, and then you've got to be able to keep them. You know what I mean? And at least with these guys, I already have a different vibe and everything. Nice. There we go. Some flyers. All right. Love it. Love it. Pass out some flyers. Yeah. Like it. So enjoy. And we will have some fun out here till about 6:30, something like that. If you want to get in on the program, you can always reach out on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show, of course. Follow us there as always. It's like a 24-hour talk show. Mike Hill is set to join us at 3:45. The president of baseball operations for the Miami Marlins will stop by and we'll have a little fun with Mike here, and we'll talk all things baseball with him, and we'll get his thoughts. And look, there's a lot of things that you guys want to find out about all of this, right? So your opportunity, and we will ask Mike Hill about the team, about the future, about certain players, all of those things. All right, we'll get to that, and we'll have a little fun with Mike Hill here on the program as we take you till about 6:30. Heat last night, they lose to the Kings 105-97. Sacramento, man, they shot 43% from three-point range. They made 19 of 44 three-pointers. That's tough, man. You know what I loved about the game last night? Bam Adebayo kicked ass. 12 of 16, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Did you watch him after the game? He was pissed. He was livid. I love that. That's the kind of player I want on this team. Whiteside would have been bragging about his points and his blocks and his rebounds and all happy. And here's Bam. The announcers are giving him all the praise in the world. And he's like, I don't want to know nothing of this. I don't care about my stats. We lost the game. And in the locker room when he was asked by Jax and the guys, he wasn't sitting there all happy about his stats or anything like that. No, man. He was pissed off. And I love that. I love that kind of attitude. I thought that was fantastic. The Heat, by the way, will get back in action tomorrow. They're in Portland to take on the Trailblazers, who, by the way, Damian Lillard, I know yesterday they got robbed against Utah in a call that they should have made, a goaltending call that they didn't, and obviously that decided the game. But Lillard is red hot. He has scored 61, 47, 50, 36, 48, 51, 21, 26, and 42 points. All right? That is the last 9 games. That's what he's been doing. Crazy stuff, man. That's going to be impressive. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break here. Give me a couple minutes here. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more right here on the Big O Show, live from Marlins Park, baby. It's Fan Fest.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million, whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodzie now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodzie can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
Biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit. Offers end 11/10/19.
Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used.
50% less.
A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
We are back here at Marlins Park. In a couple minutes, we're going to be joined by Mike Hill, the president of baseball operations for the Miami Marlins. We are out here at FanFest having some fun. I got to tell you, I'm blown away by the crowd. This is a great crowd here today for Marlins FanFest. Anyway, you got an easier exit over there. I don't know why he's going out that way. I don't know why he's doing that to himself. He could go out the other way.
He wants to show you he could be a contortionist.
I guess so, yeah. Well, he's free. There he is. He's out all over the concourse, spreading the love. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, we're out here, folks. Come on by, say hi. Here's our little flyers. There you go. You can check out the show, the podcast, download it. We appreciate it as always. Very few shows, maybe no show in this town, actually, outside of ours, really talks about all sports. Like all sports. Like we talk hockey, we talk soccer, we'll talk baseball. Everybody talks football and basketball. And that's normal. But, yeah, we actually end up covering and talking about all the sports, man. So that's one thing that you can always count on this show, that if you're a specific fan of a specific sport, we will get to at one point or another. There's no doubt about that. And when it comes to the Marlins, hey, listen, I've had my combative stages with them, especially during the Loria run. There was no way that I was supporting that guy. And that was just not a good person. These guys, they've been good, man. They've been easy to deal with. They want to deal with you. That was the thing. Loria and management made sure that none of their PR people dealt with any of the media. And so I would have never been out here if it had to do with Loria. Thank the Lord that this ownership group has changed their ways completely, and they're way more receptive now than they have been in the past. Obviously, you could tell I'm here. Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Just as simple as that. You're here.
I'm here, man.
Things are different.
I'm here. I'm here.
Have you been to a fantasy?
When our promotions director goes, hey, man, they want to bring you out there. They're going to give you players. They're going to give you either the manager or the president. I was like, okay, is this a joke? Are you serious?
Are you suckering me into something? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no.
Come down here and get tarred and feathered, right?
Yeah, and then I get here, and Kyle and all these guys were so nice. And really, and we get here, and they're like, hey, listen, you want to come out for a game? Well, you can come out here, come broadcast for a game. We'll put you out here on the plaza, or we'll put you up in the concourse with the baseball field behind you.
And for real, walking in and out, everybody walking by the new we're set.
Yeah.
Are you guys good? You got everything taking care of us, man.
By the way, their team store. How about the lids in that team store? I mean, they got all kinds of really cool stuff, but I gotta give them props. They did a really good job with the new logo. Like the other Maroon 5 logo, I never bought one thing. I never wore it at all. You could not. In fact, I remember once I did some kind of something, and they brought some gear, and I gave it to my producer because they gave me I did that to the Dolphins too. They gave me the new logo, and I gave it to my producer. I gave it to Brandon. And Brandon already had a hat. They gave me and Brandon a hat. And I go, here, bro. And he goes, but I already have one. I go, bro, now you have two. I don't want it. I'm never, because I won't. Nothing. I love the Dolphins. It's not a Loria thing with the Dolphins. But the new logo I hate. The new logo I can't stand. See,
it's not a dolphin. It's a killer whale.
Yeah, it's just terrible. It's a terrible logo. Hopefully they'll eliminate it and they'll get back to the real logo and all of that. But the Loria logo, I wasn't going to do anything because it's Loria. And I wasn't going to support anything that piece of crap was doing here. These guys are trying, and I got to tell you something, marketing-wise, I thought they did a really nice job with this logo. It's really, really cool. And this 305 hat is badass. And you dude, you nailed it. I got to wear the 305 shirt. The 305 shirt and the 305 hat are just perfect.
It's like a matching set, man.
Yeah, we should tell Brett over at Canesware to go get this hat and if he can, carry it over there because he'll sell it with that shirt. Guaranteed he'll sell it with that shirt. But, man, I really loved it. Yeah, we're set. So Mike Hill is coming. Get ready for Mike Hill, the president of baseball operations. He's about to join us now. We'll have a little fun with Mike, and we'll get it going here. And we'll talk a little bit with Mike Hill, and we'll get the latest on the 2020 team taking the field and hopefully moving forward with hopefully a lot of success. That's what would be nice. We're going to have Mike Hill at 3:45, right? And then at 4, my buddy Craig Mish is going to stop by, Baseball Insider. So we'll have some fun with Mish. And then at 4:15, Drew Steckenrider is going to stop by. Then Robert Duger is going to stop by at 5:15. And then at 6:15, Monty Harrison is also going to stop by. So we'll have a little fun here on the program. Again, these guys are absolutely phenomenal. Jason Latimer, by the way, who is the media relations director, he's the vice president. He's like, all right, are you good? Are you ready to go? We got Mike coming your way, all this and that. So they're very, I'm floored, man. I just like, it's blowing me away how awesome they are, treating us.
It's night and day from
the
previous helm.
Yeah, this is just, it's almost as freaked out I am about your downloads of our program.
Have you been to FanFest before?
Not this one, no.
I've been to the Marlins in the past, okay? When they were
on the other stadium, yes.
Joe Robbie, okay?
Yes, that one, yes.
And
that one, you're not here.
Not like this, man.
No.
This is totally different. This is like a block party.
Well,
it's like a party.
You know what's going on here, Bill? See, what's going on here is that, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Thank you. What's going on here is that it's a vibe, right? And Jeter's a really likable guy. So now all he has to do is kind of prove that he's dedicated to winning. And if he does that, it's over. But with Loria, there was no vibe. There was no way you gravitated to Loria. There was no way you wanted to support Loria. And he didn't care. Because all he wanted to do was get the stadium so he can then sell it and make the money. That's it. You know what I mean? So that's why it's changed nowadays. And I think that's why we're seeing the vibe we're seeing. And I got to tell you something. You know what's really cool is seeing a lot of kids here. That I love. There are a bunch of kids here so we can get them going. Mike Hill is going to get us going here, the president of baseball operations. He's ready to sit down with us. Have a seat, Mike. How you doing, Mike? You doing all right?
I couldn't be better.
All right.
Any better, I'd be you, Big O.
Well, no. I want to be you when I grow up. I like the jacket too. It's very nice with the pinstripes and everything.
Oh yeah. Well,
by the way, you guys did a really nice job with the rebranding.
No, it's I'm a traditionalist.
Man, me too.
Yeah, so I like simple, clean, classic.
Yeah.
And I agree. I like the throwback look you got going now, the 305.
Yeah. I went and I brought my classic hat But then I went and I said, you know what? Let me get a new lid, and let me get a 305. So I went and bought a 3 because I really love this hat.
Yes, that is a beautiful hat.
It is and can I congratulate you guys on something else?
Well, we'll take only the compliments you can give us.
Well, you know, I wasn't complimenting you guys for a long time with prior ownership. They did not meet us halfway as media, and we called. And you guys opened your arms and said, yeah, man, come on down. We'd love to have you here to broadcast and promote. And you know, you're here with us, which you wouldn't have been a couple years ago. And so that's why I'm saying that your people get it, you know, which is we can't do our jobs if you don't meet us halfway. You know what I'm saying?
You're 100% correct. You're so right.
Yeah, and so really, and I know you don't want to delve too much into it, but I just want you to know I appreciate the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I really do. It's really good. And by the way, the vibe.
Yeah. It's
right?
It's excitement. And, you know, that's what this time of year is all about. And, you know, everybody talks about spring, you know, brings eternal hope. And everybody's in first place. But I think our excitement is just about what we've been able to build and where we are organizationally and the amount of talent that we have, not just at the major league level, but, you know, layered throughout, that puts us in a position year in and year out to be competitive and compete for championships. And, you know, that's why I'm so excited, because, you know, we talk about the past, and the past is the past, and you try to learn from past mistakes. And this new ownership group does get it. They do understand what it takes to build something, to build it the right way, and to, you know, to allow us to do what we need to do our jobs.
Well, wait a minute. You know, what's changed, Mike, is the guy at the top actually went through a system. You know, he kind of knows what you have to do. You know what I mean?
He's a pretty good player. I guess if you like Hall of Famers and Hall of Fame careers, you know, and
so it's nice to have the guy above you have an understanding of what you need.
No doubt about it. And when we talk about the vision of the organization, he sees it and he believes it because that's what he lived. You know, he was a draft pick. He was a first-round pick of the Yankees and went through a system with his other 3 famous friends, one a fellow Hall of Famer, but they came through the system. They experienced, you know, development in the minor leagues. They experienced the ebb and flow of the minor leagues. They got to the big leagues, established a culture of winning and of championship mentality, and they did that over the course of his entire career. And so as he got here, you know, the standard never changed, you know, for us, and the goal has never changed. Every day we show up, we have a chance to win and to win a ball game, and every year we're competing to win a championship. But you have to build it the right way, and, you know, without that foundation, without a strong minor league system, which we did not have, you know, we weren't in a position to do that, and we knew we had to make some tough decisions and trade away some good players to build that system. And now you look around and you look at our captain's camp the kids in the light blue jerseys, and you see Nasim Nunez and J.J. Bleday, and then you look at our young prospects that are going to be in Major League camp, and you look at Jesus Sanchez and Jazz Chisholm and Monty Harrison, and you go, ooh, wow. And then you look, and Corey Dickerson and Matt Joyce and Matt Kemp are walking around with Sandy Alcantara and Caleb Smith, and it's like, all right, I can see it now. You know, if people are watching, and it's nice to see that the public and the public talking heads see that what we're building is legitimate and has staying power, because you're talking about incredibly talented young players and layers of them, which allow you to withstand whatever happens over the course of the year, but year in and year out continue to compete and win games.
Mike Hill, president of baseball operations, joining us, and you are on camera, by the way, right there. So they've got you right there. See, so the good-looking one and then the ugly one. So I apologize. So, Mike, I understand. I think a lot of us understand that you had to get rid of the bad salaries that you had, that you inherited, and then you had to make some moves to accommodate, you know, some of those other players, to get young players in there. I know you have to do your job in drafting guys and developing them. Are you assured above with Jeter and company that you're going to be able to keep them, because that's really the thing that the franchise had not done on a long-term basis is keep. Because look, man, I'm 53. I grew up watching the Philadelphia Phillies. I didn't have baseball down here, so the Phillies were my team. I had Mike Schmidt at third base every year. You know what I mean? Kids grew up here with Dwayne Wade, watching him get old, watching Alonzo Mourning, watching Zach Thomas, watching Jason Taylor. We have not had a Marlins player here for a generation or two, 10 or 20 years, whatever it is. We need that, because see those kids that are walking around. We like the Panthers. They have Jonathan Huberdeau and Vinny Trocheck and a couple of guys that have already been in the system now for 5, 6, 7 years, and they're on 8, 9-year contracts. So they're going to be here for double digits, God willing. That's the key, isn't it? That's the way we build tradition here, is by keeping guys that we can identify with.
Now, and building tradition and that, stay in power and what you're talking about, I think that's what this ownership group is about. And I talk about, the biggest change for me that I've experienced since they came aboard in the 2.5 years, it's their commitment to do exactly what you're talking about, to build something that we're all proud of, something that we can look to and say, hey, I'm a Marlins fan and I've been here from the beginning and I support what they're doing, and I'm going to be here to support them because they're saying what they're going to do, but more importantly, they're doing what they said they were going to do, and I think that's what's happened.
Because it's demoralizing for you.
No,
you draft a guy, you work hard to scout him, you develop him, he becomes a really good player, and then they say, well, no, we got to let him go, we got to trade him. That's hard. That's got to be terrible for you.
That's part of the business, but from our standpoint, we just want to have the opportunity to build something that we can all be proud of, and something that is sustainable, so that every year that we show up to spring training, we have this buzz, we have this excitement, because they are those layers of talent that everybody can look to, and everybody can say, well, wow, look at that guy there, or look at this guy there, and I know this team's going to be competing for a championship, and I think that's what we're in the midst of doing now, and that's why we're all so excited, because we've been given that latitude, under the new ownership group, and I think our fans are starting to see it, and it's great to see all these people here out for Fan Fest.
There's a lot of kids, Mike.
Yeah, wearing their Marlins wear, and I think that's what I grew up with. That's what you grew up with.
Yeah.
And
baseball was my sport, man.
Yeah.
My number one sport. Football took over by the time I'm in my teens, but it's I don't know. It's we got to do. What do we do to make baseball more relevant and make it where football and basketball is at?
We're here in South Florida, so the weather is obviously conducive to that, and baseball is South Florida. You look at all.
Don't tell me there aren't baseball fans.
Yeah, they're definitely baseball fans.
You can bring them out.
Yes, and in 03 for the World Series, they were out. So I think there was some trust issues that our fan base had previously, but I think one thing that the new ownership group is doing is they're listening and they're keeping their word and they're building that trust. And Derek has said it, Mr. Sherman said it, I can't just ask you to trust me. I have to show you.
That's been big on Derek's part.
Yes.
Like, hey, I understand, I got to prove it to you.
Yes, I have to prove it to you.
That's pretty cool.
And I hope when you look at the decisions that we've been making, we've been very transparent and saying what we're going to do and then going out and doing it. Be it either with our inventory and our players, or if it's talking about the ballpark and the improvements to the ballpark. I think that's how you build trust. You build it over time. You build it by doing what you're saying you're going to do. And I think that's what Derek and the rest of our ownership group has done. And I think our people and our fans are starting to realize that and realize that this is something special that we're building here. And I hope that they come out and show their support, because I think our players deserve that.
I was talking with Jazz and messing with them a little bit, because I go, the guy that runs this organization had an impeccable career. He carried himself in an impeccable manner. You realize that that's a standard for all of you, because he's going to think, it's easy, I did it, you can do it too. And he was like tripping out on that, because Jeter's a hell of an example for anybody.
No doubt. He's a role model for all of us. For all of us, because it's a 20-year Hall of Fame career. He carried himself the right way. He played the game the right way. respected the game the right way,
handled adversity
yes.
the right way. Because that's it's easy. I'll give you an example. I remember back in the day. There you go, the great Craig Mish. I remember back in the day, I'm covering the '97 team, and Kevin Brown was a hell of a pitcher. Now Kevin, when he struck out 11 and limited 1 run, he'd be standing next to his locker, rubbing his chest, answer all your questions. And then when he was losing, his hands were folded, looking down and giving us 2-word answers. And that's what you admire about Derek. That with Derek, he handled everything the right way.
He was there in the good and the bad. And
it's not easy.
No,
man.
And that's the measure of character and how you deal with adversity. And I think we challenge all of our players to live to that standard because that doesn't change. The wins and losses, the ebbs and flow of the game, that may change, but how you work, how you prepare, how accountable you are, that shouldn't change. That's who you are as a person. And I think Derek is a shining example of that for our players, and that's what makes it easy for us to push our players, to that same standard. That's not changing. And it's up to us to help you get there, and it's up to you to get yourself there. And I think that's why we're all so excited about where we're taking this, because we've got tremendously talented players, and they're all up for that challenge. They buy into what we're trying to build here because they've seen it happen. They've seen it work. They know it works.
Oh, yeah.
And they know that if you put in that work, that you can be successful and you can be the last team standing, and that is what our ultimate goal is.
So talk to us a little bit. Give us a little preview what you think you're going to see on the pitching side, because obviously you got a lot of young arms.
It's going to be exciting. And, I ask everybody to get up to Jupiter just so they can witness it, because you talk about our existing core of pitching, and those guys all took steps forward last year. When you think about Sandy and Caleb and Pablo, but the crew that's nipping at their heels, it's pretty impressive when you think of Sixto Sanchez and Edward Cabrera and Jorge Guzman and Nick Neidert and Trevor Rogers and Brax Garrett. I mean, there's layers. And when I say frontline starting pitching, I'm talking about the guys who are going to be taking the ball game 1, game 2, game 3 when we're in the playoffs. And it's not just 1 or 2 of them, it's 7 or 8 of them. And they're all going to be battling it out in Jupiter, just trying to push their way to the big leagues. Some of them may not be ready, but they're still blessed with incredible arms, and they just need that experience to get where they're going to go.
Experience, the stamina, all those things that you've got, the mental, you got to go through the ups and downs and learn and all that. It's such a process that people don't realize for these cats, that it takes them a couple years just to figure this whole thing out at this level.
No doubt, and that's why you can never have enough, because there is that adjustment and that figuring out what it means to be a big leaguer and how I carry myself and how I perform, and you're not intimidated by it. You know that you belong, and that's part of that development process of players understanding when they belong, and then that's when they can relax and their God-given ability can just take over, and you see them doing it on the field on an everyday basis.
And listen, I hear you talk about all these pitchers, and it gets me excited because think about this. You traded Zach for Jazz.
Yes.
And because you needed the bat, obviously. Yeah. But it shows the kind of confidence you have in what you had, because Zach's a pretty good pitcher that you were dealing. Now, obviously, we're all hoping that Jazz comes through, because it'd be so awesome for Jazz to come through, because he's a good kid, and being Bahamian in this market is, come on, man, that's phenomenal.
Now, as good a kid he is, he's probably a better player. When you think about the position he plays, it's Gold Glove defense, it's shortstop, it's a well above average runner, base stealer, who, by the way, can also hit 20-plus home runs. So
he says 30 this year. That's it. He's going for 30, baby.
I'm glad he's giving himself goals.
He goes, that's what he said. That's exactly what he said. He goes, you got to set high goals.
Yeah, and it's a special talent. It really is. And in our job, we have to be able to manage our players.
Talk about that pressure for you. That when you have to decide to part ways with one of your good pitchers, young pitchers, and you have obviously confidence that the guy you're getting in return is going to pay the dues, but still, that making that move, what goes on inside of you?
I think my experience gives me a little more ease in doing it because you have a feeling for the bigger picture. But when you're talking about trading away starting pitching, it's never easy. I mean, just look to this past offseason and Garrett Cole getting $324 million to know that you don't ever want to be short of pitching. I've lived it where we didn't know who was going to be making that next start because we didn't have the answer. So I'm very mindful of having as much pitching as I possibly can because I do believe that's what sets the tone, every day. That guy who steps on the mound sets the tone, puts you in a position to win. But when you have an opportunity to acquire a talent like Jazz, you're talking about, as I said, a Gold Glove offensive force playing a premium position, a shortstop. You don't get that opportunity. And you go through the exercise at the trade deadline of educating your staff. I'm like, guys, you don't get this opportunity very often. And just so as you go through it, they understand how rare this is that we can actually talk about this player. You go to other teams who have that Jazz Chisholm and you say, well, will you talk about, I'm just going to say, will you talk about Big O, who's one of the top shortstops in the game? Absolutely not. It's a quick phone call. No, thank you. It's a hang up because you talk about unicorns, those guys are unicorns. So when we were given that opportunity, we knew that we were giving up a good pitcher in Zach Gallen. And I saw him when we went to Arizona and gave him a big bear hug, because they're all like my kids. Even when you trade them away, you still care about them. But to know that you got an opportunity a true difference maker in Jazz Chisholm, we jumped at the opportunity. And as I said, we're going to continue to try to add as much pitching as we possibly can, try to add as much as we can to everything because you never can have enough. And we'll continue. And that's our job, to keep pushing. You're never going to see me comfortable because you can't. You can't in this job. And we're going to continue to push because I said the standard's the standard. And every year we show up, that's our goal. And we can't ever think that we've accomplished. Once we've won our first World Series, it's getting ready for number 2. And that's just the mentality that Derek has created that is throughout our organization, that we want to dominate, and we want to dominate for years to come.
Mike, thank you for taking some time. Once again, congratulations on turning this thing around, the vibe, everything. Now we'll get there winning. We'll get to another World Series. We'll have some fun out here, but I really love the direction that you guys are going.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
You got it.
All righty.
Mike Hill, the president of baseball operations. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with more right here on The Big O Show.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit offers and 11/10/19.
Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used.
50% less.
A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
We are ready. We are back and rocking. It's a beautiful thing. We're out here at Marlins Fan Fest, and my man Craig Mish is out here. So, Craig, did you freak out when I told you, hey, I'm going to Marlins Fan Fest, and I'm broadcasting from there?
A little surprised. A little surprised. Not shocked, but a little surprised. But good to see you here.
Well, hey, it's not us. We called. They were receptive.
Good.
That's the problem in the past. They weren't receptive. They weren't meeting you halfway. They weren't giving you players. They just didn't want to work with the media. And I got to give Jeter and these guys a lot of credit. They're trying. They're trying, and that's why they invited us back for a regular season. They invited us back for a regular season. So,
well, I mean, look, at this point, they are trying to rebuild people's trust from some things that happened in the past. And I would say at this point, they're on their way to doing that. But, obviously, Orlando, the key is going to be winning games, and last couple of years that hasn't happened, so they got to rebuild that.
Yeah, they definitely got to we'll get you an extension now for a second, get you some headsets, because we got the band here in front of us making a lot of noise.
I think it's a sign they don't want me on the air.
Oh, please, give me a break. So when you talk about this team and the pitching, okay, how loaded are they with their young pitching?
Well, they definitely have one of the more up-and-coming rotations in the big leagues because of some of the players that they have in the minors. I think at the major league level, they probably have a handful of what I would call number 2 or number 3 starters. They have potential aces in the minor leagues, but they're going to have to develop them, and they're going to have to pitch like aces in order to get there. What they have in the starting rotation right now, they have Sandy Alcantara, they have Caleb Smith, and beyond that, there's a lot of questions about the other guys. So I think that going into the season, it is one of their strengths, but they're going to need a couple of the kids in the minors to really take that next step because, as you know, most of the teams that are winning championships not just have one ace, but 2, and in Washington's case, they had 3 last year. So they're going to need to develop that.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I'm not really looking at playoffs right now. That's not really what I'm thinking about with these guys.
Not this year.
No. What's realistic? What should we expect? Is it just more about development like I was talking about with the Dolphins this year?
No, I don't think so, because I think we're in a unique market and in a unique situation. I think that you can get away with that for a number of years if you're a White Sox fan, if you're a Braves fan. But because of what's happened here with the previous ownership, with a lot of tear down and rebuild, you're only going to have a certain amount of time, I think, to rebuild that trust. And I think this particular rebuild or build has to be quicker than the others, I think, in order to get the fans back. So they won 57 games last year, and I think in order to gain some of that trust back, I think 10-game improvement, it has to happen. I think losing 100 games again is going to be a sour taste, because inevitably Orlando, it's nice to have this great farm system, and it's nice to have all this optimism.
You got to win.
They got to put people in the building.
No, I know.
Eventually, the people have to come, and it's not going to come with losing 100 games. So.
Yeah, no, I've said this before. I don't need the minor league headlines. I need the major league headlines.
Yeah.
And it's great that you have the minors, and I get that we can't get to one stage without the other. You got to rebuild the minors. You got to develop guys and all of that. That's what I was telling Mike Hill here earlier is, are we assured now that you're going to be able to keep guys? And then that's what he said, that they will be able to keep guys. That's the plan now, is to kind of go through this process, a painful process, but once you get to that point, keep some of these guys so you have a core.
Yeah, I think that the way they're trying to do it is very similar to the model that the Rays have. I think the Diamondbacks is probably the best example of a way that they could make this happen. The Diamondbacks and I think Miami are in 2 very transient markets that don't have a strong fan base, markets that only have a 20-year fan base. And so from Miami's perspective, the positive is that I think that what they'll attempt to do is build through youth and extend a lot of those young kids, very similar to what Atlanta did with Acuna and Ozzie Albies. They gave them each $100 million or $50 million. They now have them under control for Acuna's case, almost, I think, 10 years, and Ozzie Albies' case, 6 or 7 years. That's the good news. The bad news is that the market's never going to support a $200 or $300 million player, I don't think. So the idea that they would go out and sign Francisco Lindor or Mookie Betts or Bryce Harper or Manny Machado, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think they're going to have to find ways to get creative financially and not saddle themselves with these Stanton-type contracts. Orlando, I
Royals. They got to be the Royals to win a championship. Is that what you're saying?
Or maybe even Houston to a degree. I think
but Houston goes and spends on Zach, and then they spend on.
But it's not the way that they built
Verlander.
But it's not the way that they built. They traded for Verlander. They traded for Greinke.
Yeah, but you have to pay for
Arizona ate money on Greinke too. Like, that's the way that it has to be done. They have to get creative with it. I wouldn't rule out them. I'll give you a perfect example. If you said to me, in the finances, who is the player that you think that ends up making the most money as a Marlin? You know? Like, who is the one that they would make a financial commitment to? And the answer is a guy that nobody knows yet. It's J.J. Bleday. Let's use him as an example.
He's walking
First
around.
round pick, top 5 overall. If Bleday gets himself to a point where they foresee, wow, we have somebody here, we have a future all-star, before he even hits free agency, I have no doubt that they'll try to make a massive commitment to him. Massive, meaning 80, 90, 100 million, maybe even before the guy ever plays a game. That's the only way that's going to happen. Other than that, I don't see them making a $200, $300 million commitment to anyone. Don't think it exists.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. Now, in a way, now you're asking a lot for a franchise to be able to develop everything from within.
Of course, there's going to be failures along the way.
That's why I brought up Kansas City, because they kind of did that. They developed it pretty much from within, and then they lost them all because they couldn't re-sign that team.
Of course, and in Miami's point of view too, what people need to understand, and I'm positive overall, but I think that the blanket assessment for some people is they have all of these prospects and they have all of this pitching and they have all of these guys coming up. Someone is not going to work out.
Yeah, of course.
Like this is baseball, and what happens is that some players work, some players don't. You have to hit on more than you miss. Houston, as a good example, they drafted a first-round pick, Brady Aiken, years ago, never played a game in the major leagues, ended up retiring. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow for some people, but prospects are what they are. Not everybody works out. To this point, it's safe to say they traded for the Milwaukee Brewers' #1 prospect in their entire organization in Lewis Brinson, and to date, that has not worked out.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, he has not been able. So that's why we're hoping Jazz Chisholm, who was traded for Gallen, we'll see if he can actually come through. So let me ask you, outside the Marlins thing, what'd you think of Jared Diamond's article on the Astros in the Wall Street Journal?
It's just more fuel for their fire, I guess. Look, I mean, it's hard for me to say. I don't cover the team, so I'm not around to see what's happening, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of transparency with it. It doesn't seem like we're really getting enough answers on it. But this is why everyone is, calling for the guillotine around baseball, for these guys to be banned and them to be suspended. And, part of me says, everybody deserves a second chance, because I really do believe that. I think that everybody that messes up, but, they're just not being forthcoming enough to give them that second chance.
Right. It's very Pete Rose.
It would be nice. It would be nice to see in spring training next week, soon, coming up soon, the players just basically say, hey, look, we screwed up, we made this mistake, but it's just not where we live. It's not the world that we live in these days, and so I don't think that that's coming. But
that's because their lawyers are telling them, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. I mean,
what worse can happen to a player at this point if they apologize and say we weren't doing things the right way and we're committed now in the future to do the things the right way? What would stop that?
I don't know. What
would happen? Would the perception change? Everyone knows.
Well, actually, it does change a little bit, because if there's one thing I remember from all the juicers, we look at Andy Pettit less than the other guys.
And Giambi, too.
And Giambi, because they kind of came out and they had the mea culpa, and then we were, all right.
That's
all right,
right,
dude, at least you guys admitted it.
That's
all
right.
the other guys have been, defensive about it and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And
Dallas Keuchel is the only one so far that's come out and apologized for it.
Right. But as one of the other guys said, well, Keuchel doesn't hit. Doesn't matter.
He doesn't, but at least let's give this guy some credit. I mean, he's the only one to even speak up and say anything. And by the way, at a White Sox fan fest too.
Yeah. But he doesn't gain from it like the
No,
other guys.
he obviously does not.
That's
And
the
next
problem.
week there's going to be a lot of pressure on those guys to be able to say something, but I can't say what they will and won't say.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff. All right, so what are you working on at Swings and Mishes
not
now?
much. Today, not much. Just having fun. My son's a big Marlins fan, so we came here to enjoy the festivities. And then, on a podcast, we cover the Marlins every single week. I think that what we're trying to do is very similar to what you're doing, not in a live sense, but really cover sports digitally, which I think is the future. I think that what you're doing is the way to go about things. People want to hear what they want to hear when they want to hear it.
Yes.
And they don't want to have to wait, and they don't want to have to sit in the car to hear something. I think those days are over, so the direction that you're going is the same as the one that I am going in.
Our downloads on drive time, morning and afternoon.
It doesn't surprise me.
Blow up.
No, listen, you've been
Blow
at
up.
this longer than anyone here. So from a respect point of view, people should take very seriously what you have to say. And from what I have to say, I've kind of moved myself more into the baseball space because I do believe that eventually that this is going to be something that people are going to be interested in again. So I'm headed in that direction as well. And look, no indictment on anybody who covers the team in South Florida personally, but your options are dwindling.
There's very little.
There aren't people covering the Marlins like they used to. The local radio stations
There's less.
on the AM side don't want baseball discussed and told me they don't want baseball discussed when I was at those stations. So
Right.
I think that for people who really crave baseball and they want to talk about baseball, for you, it's fantastic that you have all those downloads. I could care less personally as long as people are supporting me and supporting baseball and supporting my role in the coverage. That's the most important thing to me because I think it's going to be time before I get to a point where the numbers are astronomical. I like the relationships, like you. Like I know how to go out there in the community and get people to support me, like you get people supporting you.
Yeah, we try, man. We try, and it's
You and I have been doing. I feel like here we are again after all this time.
Yeah, no, but it's been good. It's been good.
Well, look, I mean, you got the best setup going here of anybody.
Is this the sharpest 10 in the plaza? Huh? Is this the sharpest 10 in the plaza?
Somebody,
or what?
when we were inside, somebody said to me, he's like, Orlando has the best setup of all. I'm like, well, the guy does it right. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, that's right. With mic flags and everything, bro. Is this an impressive
You
mic
know
flag or what?
It's not. I'm not surprised. You only do things A+.
We try.
And on your own, congratulations, man.
Hey,
congratulations.
hey,
I mean,
man.
people don't realize that through working and our families knowing each other and all the things that we've been through both on radio and television and everything else through fantasy and reality, what is required to really make it is the hard work and the grind and the respect that you have earned doing this for such a long time. So I want to make sure that anybody who's listening out there knows that and people ask me about Orlando all the time and they're like, oh, what do you think? Oh, he says this, he says that. I'm like, this man is one of the nicest people that you will ever meet in the industry. The guy is doing an entertaining show. He's entertaining you. He's talking from the heart. He's being real, but he's entertaining you. And to me, what else can people ask for in this market? They want to keep it real, but they want to be entertained, and you, of course, are accomplishing that.
You're too kind, bro. You're too kind. Craig Mish is the best. He does it like nobody else, covering the Marlins, breaking lots of baseball news, too, so make sure you follow him on Twitter at Craig Mish. And before I let you go, dude, the vibe in this place, the amount of people, I will admit, I didn't think this many people were going to be here. It's a pretty good crowd, man.
Yeah, and by the way, the field is closed, so just that many more people are hanging around today. But look, there's a lot of people who are believing in it. Hopefully things will start to turn. There's no question that all of this is nice, and it's all great, and you can see I'm here with my son too. But some winning has got to start.
Oh, yeah.
Some winning has got to start this year. 57 wins. That we got to see some improvement this year to keep that vibe going. We got to see that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Craig, as always, tell them about Swings and Mishes, by the way.
You can download it anywhere you hear a podcast, specifically iTunes, Android, everywhere else, swingsandmishes.com. Very proud that last year we started our own website. We also hired a team to work on that website. I'm able to pay them all. Very proud of that as well. This is not freewheeling people writing and not getting paid. Listen, it ain't making anybody rich.
Hey, we have 2 producers on this show now of promotions, and we have a salesperson.
But
I'm with you. I know what it's like.
I'm most proud of that than anything else.
Me too.
Because I want to make sure that people that work get paid. That's the one.
Amen to that, bro.
Problematic thing in this
I
industry.
tell Bill that all the time. Hey, it's nice, right? You got a job that actually pays you.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got to pay the people. So I'm very proud of all the people we have working on the website. They're doing stories now. We're going to probably do more of that this year because there's not really a lot of places to catch game stories. MLB.com does a great job, but beyond that, the local papers and stations aren't covering it. So we're gonna try and step it up a little bit more based on the budget we have.
Hey, we're here. Where's 560 and 790?
It's unbelievable, man.
They're not here, right?
Yeah, well, that's why I'm not
here.
That's why I'm not doing any work with them.
You can't call yourself a sports station. You're not here. You know what I'm saying? So
the boss doesn't want to talk about the boss tells you don't talk about baseball. What do you
exactly. Oh man, tell me about it. No baseball.
Told me that.
No soccer. No hockey. They want you to stay away from everything except football and basketball. And don't take any calls either. That's the main thing. Yes, they don't even care about the listeners.
I was told don't talk about baseball. Don't talk about fantasy sports.
Oh, yeah, another one.
And gambling is never going to work in the United States of America. Right. It's never going to be legal in the United States. We don't want to hear anything about that. How did that work out?
Crazy stuff. All right, Mishmeister, thank you, my brother. You're the best.
All right, thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. Enjoy.
Anytime.
You got it. There you go. The great Craig Mish, baby, joining us here on the program. We love it. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. Give me a couple minutes here. We'll take a little pause for the cause, as the Crow would say, right? In honor, since I'm here at the ballpark, in honor of the Crow, we'll take a pause for the cause. Back for more right here on the Big O Radio Show.
This is the Big O Show.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit offers and 11/10/19.
Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodzie now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodzie can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodzie now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodzie can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
Our fearless leader is back.
There we go. I am back. Well, we were mingling and talking with lots and lots of folks. We were supposed to have Drew Steckenrider at 4:15, so I was trying to make sure he is going to appear. And so they're going to bring Drew Steckenrider by so we can talk to him. We expect Robert Duger at 5:15, and then Monty Harrison will be our final guest at 6:15. We're out here at Marlins Fan Fest.
It's a madhouse out there.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's a party.
I just tweeted it out and put it on Instagram. I showed a picture of it, a video of all the people hanging out and stuff, so they could check it out. Plus, I also filmed the girls dancing and put that out on social media. So I'm sure the guys are gonna like watching the girls dance. They were doing their moves while the music was going on, and the other thing is we got to see a lot of people that. Some listeners that I know, actually, that have been following us for a long time, and then people that I just got to meet that, hey, I've been listening to, hey, I didn't know you were doing this and all that. And that's kind of what this is all about, too. This is why we're here also, so we can, tell people, hey, man, you don't need a stinking radio station to listen to us. All you got to do is use your smartphone, your computer, whatever it is, and you can find us and download our show everywhere at Big O Radio Show. And so we got all of that going on, which has been a blast out here, and we've really had a good time. I'm happy for them, but I think Craig Mish, put it right. It's time to win. You got to start winning, and I'm not saying that you got to go out and get into the playoffs, because if you expect that, that's just unrealistic and it's unfair. You can't expect this team to be in the playoffs.
Respectable. Just battle for a wild card. Be involved to the, third week in September. I'll take that.
Try to get to 500 if you can. I don't know about a playoff spot, but if you could get into the 70s in wins, maybe flirt with 80 and show progress from 57. Make a climb. Make a 10-game climb, that kind of stuff.
Last year was our second highest loss total ever in our history.
Yeah.
And we've been around for a while now, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great vibe, man. Although I never understood. So some people, they come here for like an hour and then they leave?
For a hiccup. That's a hiccup.
Like the bogus station that was next to us, that their tables were falling off the stage and stuff. Those guys were here for like an hour and then left. That's crazy,
The
man.
way it sounded like the bricks we carried on to hold down our tent was coming through the... Did you see how fast I jumped up, man?
Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome. So it's fun out here, and by the way, I appreciate any of you that have come by to say hi. So if any of you out there are back in your cars and you're listening to the show or watching it or anything along those lines, thank you so much for coming out here and supporting us, and all the compliments too, because we're getting a lot of love for our tent, which, I gotta say we do have the best tent in the concourse. There's no doubt about that. When it comes to looks, we may not produce much of a show. I may suck on the air there, but our tent kicks ass. That's for damn sure. Let's see what we got here on the...
Our numbers would beg to differ with you, sir, on us sucking, by the way. Okay.
People are crazy. I don't know. They're just tuning into us. I don't know why. Mike Pellegrino says Steve Ross should apply for the Dolphins to transfer to the XFL. I like it. Estefano Obando says, go Marlins. All right, Estefano. Thank you for listening. Let's see. Ty in the Bronx says, good afternoon. Hello, Ty. Go Gators says, the odd Marlins logo is badass. Yeah, I like the new logo for the Marlins. And I love this hat. This is one of my favorite hats now. And I got a lot of hats. This is one of my favorite hats. This hat is absolutely badass. I saw it and I was like, there was another hat that a kid had on. And I go, man, that's a nice hat. Let me go over to the pro shop and see if that hat's there. And I saw this one. I go, oh, I got to have this one. Got to have this. I almost bought the red one. You saw the red one?
No, I have not seen the red
305
one.
red one?
You're all about the red.
I love red.
The one you got on, that's the one I would get.
It's badass.
You know what I love about it?
Because it has also the team colors, too.
You know what I'm about.
Oh, the back. Okay.
The back, having something on it, and the thing on the side.
I just noticed you have your shrine.
Yeah, man.
On. There you go. You're just looking like a regular media dude with all kinds of on-the-go stuff that you've gotten on the road. I love it. Ty from the Bronx says the kid QB from Princeton is gaining serious momentum. If this kid has a great combine, Bill and Big O, watch out. His stock will go through the roof. All I know is you heard it here first. That's all I got to say.
That's the Davidson kid, right?
Right,
Davidson.
Yes. Mark Davidson. Mark, right? Isn't it Mark? Mark Davidson? So, yes. Yeah, I love that kid. He's one of my sleepers in the draft. He's one of those project quarterbacks that I would take. I'm not telling you that he's going to be a hit. I'm just telling you that I would take a third-day pick on that kid and take a chance. What the hell?
Kevin Davidson.
Kevin Davidson, thank you. Big O, what do you think about the XFL? Big Bear, brother, I haven't seen anything yet. I'm here, I'm working, so I have not watched the XFL. So I would love to tell you something about the XFL, but guess what? That's what a Sunday podcast is for. I'll talk about the Panthers and I'll talk about the XFL because when we're done here, I'll go home and relax and I'll watch some XFL.
Got to give them props, though.
Yo.
You see ESPN's pushing hard.
Right.
The game's on ABC and
NBC. They got great network deals.
They got 2 network deals, and obviously ABC hooked up with ESPN. Man, they did good there.
Yeah. No. That's there's no way of looking at it any other way, but marketing, they're not stupid. And one of the things that I heard Vince McMahon talk about this is he goes, last time we started the XFL, we had 40 days to prepare for it. So there was no way we were really prepared. We've had 2 years to get everything in place, teams and owners and players and all that kind of stuff. And so I think that that's the difference now. They feel they're better prepared to have a sustainable product. Look, man, those of us that are football fans, and you and I are football fanatics, a lot of you out there are football fanatics, I think some of us wouldn't mind having a spring league. I know I wouldn't. But you got to do it the right way, and you got to find your niche in all of that. And you're not going to get to the USFL level. And the USFL had a special opportunity to really make it a nasty league. But if you can make it just a notch under the NFL, where you've got a lot of those fringe NFL players, then you're all right.
I love the idea of it being kind of a feeder system, so to speak, and hooked up with the NFL.
Yeah, but that dude, they didn't even do it with the UFL. The UFL wanted to do that, and I know several people in the UFL, coaches, GMs, personnel directors that were there, and they told me the problem was when the NFL did not want to work with us, and not because we wanted a partner, because they remember it's Bill Poley and all these guys were part of it.
Yeah.
And I think that they tied themselves to a lot of NFL people because they thought they could endear themselves to the NFL and become that minor league system for them.
It's not a bad idea to have a minor league system.
And they didn't want to. But
Why?
I'm wondering, Doggy, does the NFL think that down the line they're going to do it themselves? So they don't have to share.
They want to keep all of their eggs.
Yes.
They don't want to share any of the basket.
Kind of like if I had a local sports station approach me now, I would tell them, no, I'm not sharing anymore. I was tired of sharing with you. I'm not sharing anymore. I'm keeping it all, okay? We'll have our own employees. We'll have our own group of people that'll work our thing and benefit from it, okay? I'm not sharing anymore with people that don't know what the hell they're doing, other people that don't pay you. I'm not doing that anymore, okay? Done. We control everything. We control the programming. We control the sponsors. We control the events. Hey, that's why 560 and 790 are not here, because they don't believe, they don't want to talk about baseball. That's not the way we roll, man. We're going to talk about baseball. We're going to talk about soccer. We're going to talk about hockey. That's just the way. That's the way I grew up a sports fan. I didn't grow up just a baseball fan. I didn't grow up just a football fan. I grew up liking everything. I grew up playing everything. I even played roller hockey. Okay? There we go. The legend that is Drew Steckenrider. Let's go, baby. Have a seat, Drew. All right, the pitcher's ready. He is ready to join us, Drew Steckenrider. Drew, how you doing, my man?
Good, how are you?
Well, you got to go into the mic there so we can hear you. Wait a minute, here we go. All right, there we go. I think we got it now. Yes, exactly. All right, Drew, so how you feeling, my man?
Feeling great, man.
Now you got to talk into the mic. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Is this mic on? No, oh, there we go. Now we got you. Now I got you, baby. So how you feeling?
Feeling great, man. Beautiful day. A lot of fans out here. Just enjoying seeing everybody coming out and having a good time.
So how you feeling physically? Because I know you had some injuries last year.
Better than I have in the past, man. I think we got everything taken care of. Dr. Andrews hooked me up last year. Got my arm figured out, and the procedure went well, obviously, and bounced back fine. Had a great off season. Coming into spring training strong and ready to go.
So Drew, walk me through this because, all right, he is the god, right? So when you walk into Andrew's office, do you feel like, all right, that's it, dude, I'm going to be fine?
Yeah.
Is it like that?
And it is, and
Speak a little bit more
his staff makes you feel that way too. Everybody that's involved throughout the entire process, pre-op, post-op, even into physical therapy, everybody makes you feel like, hey, you're in the best place that you can be, and you're going to be fine when you leave this place. And I'm very thankful for those people, what they do up there, Dr. Andrews and his whole staff.
And what does that do for your psyche, right? That has to be like, dude, if you ended up at some, clinic in Costa Rica or something, you'd be a little worried, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, nothing against Costa Rica. I'm just saying, if you're just in some little place somewhere but when it's James Andrews, it's like, okay, this guy's got
the best in the business.
Right, he's got the golden scalp. You know what I'm saying?
The best in the business, and personally for me, that's what I wanted to do, was go get taken care of by the best. And if he can't fix it, then nobody can.
Then it becomes depressing.
Yeah, then it's all right. Something serious here.
So walk us through rehab, the highs and the lows of rehab.
The lows, I would say, definitely missing out on everything. I was fortunate enough to get to stay here and do my rehab here in Miami.
You mean like you and your trainer and nobody else around, right?
Yeah, but still being around the guys in the locker room, there for pregame, there for the games, for the guys after the game. Just being around that, that's the toughest part is losing that. You can get through any physical barriers that may come, but it's tough when you're doing that on your own.
What's it like to do this when you join this team now, and it's so many young arms, and there's a lot of talented young arms with you guys?
It's very exciting. I really enjoy getting to watch Mel work with everybody, just getting to see everybody. Everybody's different, so everybody has a different routine. They work differently. They pitch differently. So just able to see how different everybody is and see that picture come together as a team is what excites me.
So Drew, talk to me about your process now. After you had your surgery and your rehab, does pitching change for you? Did you have to alter anything? Did you have to adjust anything in your delivery or anything like that?
No, just want to come back as clean and crisp with my mechanics as possible. Don't change anything. There's a reason why I'm here. So I want to be that same guy that I was pre-injury. I just don't want to have the issues and the injury that I had before, and that's what going to Dr. Andrews will help fix. Are
you 100 now?
I don't know. I haven't been off a radar, so we'll find out in spring.
But I mean, physically, when you're throwing now, how do you feel?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so you do feel?
Yeah. No, my body feels I'm 100% ready to go.
So do you remember the moment you felt 100?
When I felt 100?
Yeah, like when in your rehab, that moment you're like, okay, dude, I'm ready to go.
You progress and you hit certain goals. So it's okay. By the time I get to throwing, whatever your goal is, I want to be at this weight. I want to be able to lift this much weight, run this much. Whatever that goal is, you have to set goals for yourself, reach those goals, and then progress to the next goal, and just keep building off of that and up until the end of rehab, and then at that point, man, I'm 100%.
But did you like cheer? Did you like yell? Did you like get pumped? Like, I'm back. Was there that moment? I just want to know.
When I'm throwing is when I felt it the most. Was like, yeah, man, that ball came out good. Like, it came out good today. rather than 10 throws were good, it's all my throws were good today. And then now I'm moving back my distance, or I'm off the mound, and all right, like I got to get used to being off the mound again. So once you get that, and it's okay, now all my throws off the mound were good. That's when you feel that excitement.
Drew Steckenrider, by the way, joining us here on the program as the Marlins get ready. And there's been a good buzz, man. A good crowd has come through today. I really like it. A lot of kids. It's been really good. You guys didn't win a lot. So this fan base has been kind of a tortured fan base for a while. You know the history. You know what's gone on. And obviously, Jeter and the boys are here to kind of turn things around. We all want to see more winning. Obviously, you guys want to win more. What's the talk in that locker room about not having a 57-win season again?
This year's a clean slate. We're going into this year with a clean slate. Last year, what happened last year, that's last year. We got a new group of guys. We've made some great offseason additions. Like you said, we've got some great young arms coming up through the system, bats as well. So we're going to go into this season with a clean slate, not worry about what happened in the past, compete our butts off in spring, play the best baseball that we can. We know Donnie's going to have everything figured out and put the best guys on the field to win a game. So we're just looking forward to coming into spring training next Wednesday, pitchers and catchers. Then the position players will be right behind us. And then just getting started, competing against everybody else. And with that clean slate, looking forward to see what this year has in store for us.
All right, Drew, don't give me the company line now. Give me a guy that in your clubhouse that you would tell, and you're being filmed right there. You're on camera. Okay, see, you're on camera.
Yeah, I see it.
So the question is, who's gonna explode this year? Who's the guy that you see, you vibe, and you say it's his year?
I hadn't got to be around everybody yet, so I'll give you that answer once I've had a chance to be in the locker room with everybody and see what everybody's come in. Come in, good shape, strong. I saw Lewis, man. He looks strong. He looks like he's in good shape. I'm excited to see what he does swinging that bat, man, hitting those balls.
Okay, all right, I like that. All right, that's good. All right, is the confidence high for you guys right now?
I think we'll find more out on our confidence level on Wednesday when we get started. Right now, we're just trying to enjoy everybody coming out, supporting us, and then looking forward to seeing everybody that's out here today in spring training and in the season.
Is chemistry important inside that clubhouse?
Yeah,
because a lot of people sometimes say, no, you just go do your job. It's an individual sport. You don't really need to get along. What's your theory on that?
Chemistry is very important. We build that with events like today. So seeing all the guys at Topgolf for the first time, that was the first time I had a chance to meet some of the guys, especially guys that we had signed this year, even some of the new guys coming up. That was the first chance I had to, build a relationship with them, a bond with them, put a face with a name, and just hang out, get to know one another, and be teammates.
I like that. Now, Drew, you were in the minors in New Orleans, right?
That's right.
All right, let's be honest now. That has to be the creepiest mascot in the history of baseball.
The baby cakes? Yeah, but there were no more baby cakes anymore.
I know, but you still have to, you remember that guy. I mean,
do. It's funny because
did it scare you when you were?
No, because they didn't have like the actual mascot. Like if they had the actual mascot with the face, yeah, different story. But it's funny because our bench coach, or maybe it was our hitting coach, Kevin Witt, was spot on the Baby Cakes mascot. So I don't know if you could pull up a picture of him.
He's the human version of the Baby Cakes?
The human version, and he was a coach for that.
Okay, what's his name?
Kevin Witt.
Kevin, W-I-T-T?
Yeah.
Dude, didn't he play for the A's?
I'm not sure who he played for.
Kevin Witt. All right, images.
Type in baseball.
Which one is he? Is he that one?
No. Type in baseball up there.
Okay.
That's him. That's an old picture though. I need an updated picture.
Oh, this is too much. All right, let's see.
So these are all of his
old
pictures.
ones?
Yeah.
Okay, so we
type in New Orleans maybe.
Let me put 2019.
That's his card right there. Oh, that's a good one right next to it.
That one? Oh, this one?
Yeah. Tell me that's not the logo.
Yeah. He is the logo. Wow. He does look baby cake-ish. Oh, there we go. Head bull. That's it's his actual, it's his profile one. There you go. The human baby cakes.
Human baby cakes. Kevin Witt.
That is that what you guys would call him?
No, but like,
what was his
once
nickname?
we all got there,
right?
It was like, hey, here's the hat. All right, well, this looks like Witt. Like, you guys just put Witt on the hat.
What does he say about it?
Nothing. He had a good time with it.
He rolled with it?
Great sport, yeah.
Okay, all right. I mean, dude, in a clubhouse, if you can't roll with it, you're gonna have a long year.
Of course, it's gonna be tough. That's a long season if you can't roll with the punches.
Yeah, because there's more clowning around in baseball than in any other sport because it's 162 games. You guys are with each other for so long. It's like brothers all the time. So then the joke. So by the way, who is the guy that you've got to watch out for in the clubhouse?
As far as like pranksters?
Yes.
I mean, at this point, we got so many new guys, I don't know yet.
Okay.
Different guys for different things, I'd say.
Are
like,
you
I'm
one
always
of
in the
them?
food room. I'm like, hey, if you don't watch that, like, it's going to be off your plate and I'm going to eat it.
Oh, so you do what I used to do in lunch and back in elementary. All right, the cake day was out, right? So everybody looked forward to that slice of cake. And I would put my finger in your cake and go, hey, you're going to eat that?
No, that's not me. That's not me. I'm not going to ruin it.
Well, I didn't ruin it for me. It was my finger.
True.
It's my finger. That's why I ruined it for them. And then, no, go ahead. You can have it. You know, that kind of stuff. So you're not the prankster.
No, not the prankster. Only in the food room. I'll eat. Don't throw that away. Like, I'll eat it.
Okay. All right. I like it. So how is Derek Jeter with you guys?
I had an opportunity to talk to him a couple times at Topgolf. I had a great conversation with him. He's super personal. I can't say anything bad about the guy.
No, I don't want you to say. I want to know. I'm not looking for dirt. I'm looking for a connection moment with him. Is it? How's he been? Whether it's advice or anything along those lines. Have you had those kind of moments with him?
We have in the. There's been certain times, where he's talked to us as a whole and kind of said like, hey, this is what we expect, obviously, to win, and given some advice based upon his career. Obviously, he's played more baseball than anybody in our locker room has. So anything that he has to say is going to be a pretty good advice and important to everybody listening.
Yeah, I would imagine that when a dude like that talks to you, it's like, okay, let me make sure I understand every word he's saying because he's been there and done it at an elite level.
At the highest level possible.
At the highest level possible, which is amazing. All right. Hey, Drew, thank you for taking some time, man. We really wish you the best. I'm glad you're healthy, man. Now it's time to rock and roll, baby.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. I'm
got
excited to get the season going, man.
Let's do it. All right, Drew. Thank you, my man. Drew Steckenrider. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back. Bill, take us to the break, please. We'll come back on the other side. If you want to get in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, 786-322-1105. And you want to get in on the chat board at Big O Radio Show. Back with more from Marlins Fan Fest.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit offers and 11/10/19.
Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used.
50% less.
A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodzie now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodzie can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
We are back. Marlins Park. It is Marlins Fan Fest. We're having some fun. Talking some baseball. It's not like a regular podcast where we're like talking for, almost 4 hours straight or maybe 4.5 or 5 like we do sometimes. It's, these breaks are a little longer. It's a Saturday. My voice works hard enough throughout the week. I gotta take a break every once in a while here on this one. But we've had a good time out here at Marlins Park. And again, I can't say enough about the vibe. It's been a great vibe. It's been a lot of people, a lot of players. I mean, let me tell you something. They've got booths inside for all the players, for fans to meet them, take pictures, get autographs. And you got to remember, whether it's J.J. Bleday or any of these cats that you have out here, these are the young guys for the future. So you're going to get to meet some of these guys before they actually become stars. I mean, Jazz Chisholm is a guy. I mean, you heard Mike Hill talk about Jazz. He has high expectations for Jazz. Hell, Jazz has high expectations for himself. You know what I mean? Robert Duger, by the way, the right-hand pitcher, is going to join us at 5:15. So he is set to join us in about 10 minutes. And then Monty Harrison will be our last guest of the day. That'll be at 6:15. The center fielder, the 24-year-old from Missouri, will be joining us at 6:15. That's when we'll probably wrap it up right after that one right there. But we'll have a little fun till then. Got a bunch of things to talk about. The Kings defeated the Heat yesterday, 105-97. They dropped to 12-14 on the road. They're 34-17. Look, they're still 34-17. They've got a great record. They were missing some guys yesterday. That's really what was hurting them in a big-time way, is missing those guys. Duncan shot well from three-point range, but the team overall did not. Meanwhile, Sacramento was lights out, man. They hit 19 three-pointers in that game, 19 out of 44. That's a hell of a percentage there. That's 43% from three-point range. You do that, and Bogdanovich specifically, he was unstoppable yesterday. So Kings hand the Heat a 105-97 defeat. They will take on Portland tomorrow. They're on the road. The Panthers are in action tonight. They are hosting Sidney Crosby and the Penguins. So we'll find out if the boys can bounce back from that 7-2 ass-kicking that they had the other night. They need to bounce back in a big-time way. Let's hope that they do. Games at the BB&T Center. I wonder how many folks out here are enjoying FanFest and then going to the BB&T Center to watch a little hockey. That's pretty cool right there. And apparently I'm getting, I guess, any of you out there that are watching, what's it called, the XFL, I take it you guys are enjoying yourselves and watching the XFL and all of that. So I hope you are, because at least that's what it sounds like. Sounds like a lot of you out there are enjoying a little XFL action, and at least it looks like we're getting good, at least positive stuff from it. The one thing about these kind of leagues is that it's always hot the first week. It's really about, can you maintain it going into week 2 and week 3? That's where the interest seems to die out a little bit, and that's the problem there. So that's where, when you look at the problems with these secondary leagues, the issue is they can't keep fans' interest on a long-term basis, because you guys are so used to a certain level of what's it called, football, that you don't get it from the XFL. And by the way, we thank a lot of you out there that have come by to say hi. Appreciate it. Hold on one sec. Give me a second here.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million, whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now.
There we go. You had to get that in there, didn't you?
What a great guy you are. You had to appease the masses that were in want of the Big O.
Well, they're starting.
And he came to the railing and said hi.
Dude wanted to take a pic, say hi, and said thank me for
What a nice, gracious guy you are, man.
I mean, that's I'm a man of the peoples.
There you go.
Unlike, a lot of the people in radio that they don't want to deal with the public, and that's never been me, man. That's never been my style So these are the people that keep me
trying to appease the masses.
No, it's not. Well, you'll never be able to do that. Trust me. But
at least reach out to them.
All of you out there are the ones that keep us,
yes,
out there alive and making, a living and all that. So we appreciate it. Trust me. I'm just not cut from that kind of cloth, man. I'm just not that. I'm very appreciative of the people that are supportive of me over the years, and we've gotten a lot of love today, man. It's been absolutely fantastic. From the guy that was searching for bombs in cars. Because when we came in, we had to drive onto the plaza to upload the equipment, the tent, all that stuff, and so every car there was a beautiful golden retriever that is trained for bombs, obviously, and so I had to smell every car, and then we were able to get over here. Well, the guy that had the golden retriever was like, hey, I just want you to know I've been listening to you for years. Thank you so much. I've been listening to the podcast, all that stuff. So right from the get-go, it's been fantastic, and the support has been absolutely awesome. I can't say enough from all of you out there. One guy says, I could not have responded to an article any better. That's why I love this show. Mal from Virginia. Well, thank you, sir. Oh, you're talking about the Minka. Oh, yes. Yeah, Minka bitch. Yeah, I had to respond that way because that what Minka did is just, and look, guess what? Now for all the people that were bitching and complaining, oh, they shouldn't have traded and they should have kept them, look at it now. This is a guy that wasn't going to be this guy is starting to, he looks to me like a guy that could end up actually becoming a problem down the line. That's what it looks like to me. I don't see anything else. No,
I can tell you it is going to happen. You know why? Because he talks out of both sides of his mouth.
And he's got mommy. I mean, once
he
mommy
says one thing, and then he turns around and says 180 the opposite thing.
Exactly.
He's a two-faced guy.
Yeah. No doubt. I mean, total phony is Minka Fitzpatrick. So, listen, goody for his ass. Get out of here. Go play in Pittsburgh. Get your ass out of here. Go freeze. And go play,
dress
man.
warm.
Yeah, man, exactly. So dress warm, okay? I don't care. I want people that want to be here, and I've told you guys already, I believe in what the Dolphins are doing. I think they're headed in the right direction. It's going to take a couple years to turn this thing around, but eventually they will. And I think we're all going to be really satisfied when it's all said and done, finally, because it's been a while. But I expect us to be enjoying life in a big-time way as Dolphin fans. Let's see. What else do we have here? Mr. 305 for real says, awesome hat. I need to pick me one. Well, they have it here in their pro shop. So if you come to the stadium and you go to the pro shop, they got all kinds of great lids, but this one is super sweet. And they've got it in a couple different colors, although I like this one the most. The red one, I got to tell you, I was pretty close to buying a second one in red because it was so nice.
You still have 2 hours, man. You may end up over there and walking out with the red one.
Yeah, probably when when we're done interviewing Monty Harrison, maybe I'll walk over there and get the red one. You're right. Ty goes, hey, from Big O and Bill, do you guys feel the OTs we can possibly of getting 2 offensive linemen in rounds 1? Look, Ty, I don't know what they're going to do, but we got to look, they should get a couple of offensive linemen. They've got 14 picks. They should draft 3 of them at least throughout the draft.
If we can, with the 5 picks in the first 2 rounds, get 2 offensive linemen.
You'd like to get that, yeah. Yeah, well, if you're adding quarterbacks, you might as well. And by the way, if you plan on drafting the injured one, brother, you better get the best offensive lineman on the planet. Because
two moving walls is what you would want.
Alabama has an all-American line, and they can't keep Tua healthy. So you need an all-universe line. You need like 5 Jonathan Ogdens.
Only 5?
No, let's just go with 4 Jonathan Ogdens and a Dwight Stevenson. Wow. Okay, let's do that. And then we could keep Tua clean. Okay? Phil Collins is watching us. He says, love that guy. I guess he was talking about Steckenrider because he's definitely not talking about me. But, hey, you got to love Steckenrider. Got to love all these kids, man. Hopefully they come through for the Marlins and start playing well and win more. That's what we need. We need to see more winning now with the Marlins. I got to tell you, I am amazed at this crowd. It is freaking awesome. So impressed. And also, Robert Duger is going to join us at 5:30 now instead of 5:15. He was scheduled for 5:15, but they gave us the heads up that they're running a little late, so he'll be here at 5:30, which is fine by me, man. I got no problem. I am easygoing. This is not, we can have some fun here. Unless you make me carry the equipment for a couple blocks, and maybe I won't be easy going. But outside of that, everything else, I'll be easy going. There's no doubt about that. Hello. There you go. We got the folks saying hello, as always, and we appreciate that. That's very nice. Very nice. It's I am amazed at how many people have actually showed up. And today, what do we got? We got the Vipers favored by 2 over the Guardians. What ended up happening in that game? I don't know what happened in the early game. What's the second game on? Maybe I can watch it here. You know, now that I think about it, I might be able to watch it here. What'd you say? They were on CBS and ESPN, is it? Right?
No, what it was, ESPN, the newscasts were going to the field prior to.
Okay.
The first game at 2 o'clock was ABC. The 5 o'clock game was NBC.
Oh, NBC. Okay.
Yeah. So ESPN's been pumping it, and it's over on ABC to be seen.
Okay. All right. So we'll be able. I don't know if I can pull it up here on the what do we got, an NBC app. I'm sure that I should be.
The NBC game was the second one that started, I guess, about 18 minutes ago.
Okay.
You know what's one of the cool things that I like?
Maybe I can pull it up here and we can watch it right from here.
One of the things that I like that they were talking about this morning while they, were speaking with the reporter that was on the field over there in Washington, D.C., was Seattle visiting.
Oh, that's Diana Rossini.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. She's so electric.
Yeah.
She truly loves football. You can tell.
Oh, she's even got that electricness when she's on. On
ESPN for sure.
or
on
the show.
NFL Live. Yes. Yeah. She's real, bro. She's real. She definitely likes the sport.
But one of the things that they were talking about was the fact that what do football people, talking to players, and what do they want? Speed up the game, make it move faster.
Okay.
And it's about shortening, obviously, the play clock, and they want more offense, more plays, and to get the games done within 3 hours.
Right. Okay.
It's kind of like the way baseball's been about trying to shorten it's going too long and whatnot. The XFL sounds like they are all about getting these games done and out within 3.
All right. Well, the Roughnecks, by the way, are leading 6-0 right now in the first quarter. The first game ended 31-19 with the DC Defenders defeating the Sea Dragons. Dude, you know what I was going to tell you before I do anything and look at the point spreads? I was going to tell you we're going to pick games. I was going to tell you take all dogs. Don't take any favorites. Take all the dogs. Just take the points.
What were the spreads looking like anyway? Do you remember?
That's what I've got the spreads here.
Nice.
So DC Defenders and the Sea Dragons, or Seattle Dragons, 31-19, right? Do I have I don't think I have. I wrote 3 of them. I didn't write the 4th one, and that's the one.
Not only the dog in the game, but wasn't Seattle the dog of the league?
I think
they
so.
They had the 1,100?
Yes,
I think it was their odds. They had the furthest odds out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're right.
No, you were right. I'm just remembering, okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's right, because I put it. Oh, here we go. Here's the Sea Dragons Defenders odds and all. Here we go. It was Seattle was favored by 9.5. They covered. They won by 12. How about that? No, wait, I'm sorry. Seattle's favored by 12. Oh, no, they lost. DC, so I would have won. That's I looked at it and I go, I don't know anything about these teams. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take all the dogs. I'm going to take all the points. Since I don't know anything, give me the points because...
You didn't even care if they're home or away or that.
Nothing.
You could be playing on the moon. Give me the dog.
Give me the points. Give me the points. And look, you would have won already the first one. And in Houston is the Roughnecks and L.A., right? Roughnecks are favored by 5.5, and they're leading by 6 right now, 6-0. So they're leading by 1 point at this point in time. About that. So there you go. But I'm telling you.
What do you think about this concept of no extra points? And then you pick the spot on the field, and how far you are away from the goal line gets you more points.
I like that, but I also like that if you kick the ball out of bounds or in the end zone, they start at the 35. So they force you to kick it inbound to actually get a return on it.
Get a return, yeah.
Yeah, which is something that they're trying to stay away from the kickoff in the NFL because of the contact. But the kickoff is one of the most exciting plays in football. The return, the collisions, that's kind of...
Yeah, but it's also the one where the most injuries come from also.
No, I get that. No, I understand that, but...
There is some modifications, though. I don't think there's certain players that are not allowed to move until the ball is received.
Yes.
Until that guy touches the ball.
That way you're not getting momentum.
You can't move.
Right.
I think it's the Flyers.
I like that. I have no problem with that. I think that's an interesting concept to try to run and see if it works.
Hey, look, like anything else, man, until you actually throw it there and see what you got, you don't know. And to be experimenting, trying to change it up a little bit. I mean, let's face it. The kickoff has become non-existent. Onside kicks, the ratio of successful, you know what I mean? The kickoff's like almost dead.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, the kickoff is, they're trying to kill it. I mean, that's kind of what it is. They are trying to.
They've done a hell of a job because it's pretty much it is.
I think I found the game.
Man,
how about that? How about that? Fubu TV.
You never cease to amaze with your ability to find stuff.
There you go.
Fubu
TV apparently has got it. Watch it on any device. There you go. How about that? I don't know anything about Fubu. Is that where it's supposed to be at, or is there another? Because it's not on NBC. I didn't find it there. Oh, here we go. We are ready. We are ready to rock and roll. Robert, how you doing, my man?
How are you?
Have a seat.
How you doing, man?
There you go.
What's up, Robert? How you doing, man? Good. Hold on 1 second. We'll get you hooked up here.
All right. Here we go. We'll get your headsets here. Because if not, we got the noise, and then you're like, huh? What did you say?
Got a lot of noise.
Is it Duggar or Duggar?
Duggar.
Duggar. Okay.
No Duggar.
All right.
Get that a lot, though. Get that a lot.
Yeah, all right. I know. So, Duggar, you said?
Duggar.
Okay, Duggar. All right. All right. So, Robert, now that you are here with the boys, let me, here we go. Let me get you the headsets here.
Awesome.
There we go. Get you locked in.
Oh. Got to figure this out for a second. Hold on a second.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
Okay, gotcha.
There you go.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, we need a degree to figure that one out.
Yeah.
So how you feeling, man?
Feel good. It's crazy. There's a lot of people out here.
Right? I mean, it's a great crowd.
A block party.
It is.
It's what I like is my favorite part is all the kids. I didn't expect this many kids.
Love the kids.
Right?
That's the best part.
Of course.
Right.
Of course, because the dude that's kind of like 47 years old and asking you for an autograph, that's kind of creepy, isn't it?
I mean, you get used to it, but
I know you get used to it, but you're kind of thinking like, dude, are you just trying to sell this or something? At least the kid,
he's got good intentions.
Yeah, you're gonna make his day and all that. You're lighting up his life at that moment. He's seeing a major leaguer. It's
right.
It's important to him.
I was there too. I was there.
Right,
as
right.
A kid,
So whose autograph were you seeking when you were a kid?
Oh,
you remember?
I really
go a little bit closer to the mic so we can hear you.
I was a big fan of Alex Rodriguez.
Wow. Okay.
But I don't think I ever got his autograph. I don't think I ever did.
Whose autograph did you get that you were like psyched?
Oh man, that was a long time ago. I'm trying to think. I think I got Craig Biggio.
It can't be that long. You're not that old. I'm 53. I can say that was a long time ago. What are you, Robert? 20 what?
24.
Yeah, there's no long time for you, bro.
I think it was.
That doesn't count. No long time.
Craig Biggio. Craig
Oh,
Biggio.
nice.
Yeah. So I think I got his, and I mean that was awesome. He was playing catch with me in the outfield too.
Wow.
With BP.
How did that happen?
I don't know. We showed up to a game. We were actually in San Diego. And Petco Park had just opened up, and we were going to go to.
What a beautiful park that is.
Yeah, so I had some family down there, and we went to the game, and he just I was yelling his name a little bit, and he looked at me, said something back, and we started playing catch for a little bit. It was awesome. It was very cool.
Yeah, and so you're in the stands.
Yes.
And you're tossing the ball back and forth. You know that there's video of that somewhere.
There's got to be somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where it is. It was BP, so maybe not. I'm not sure. But
how old were you? Because you're 24. So how long ago was that?
That was a while ago. When did Petco Park open up?
Oh God, I want to say at least 10 years ago.
Okay, so yeah, I was probably like 12.
So you're in your early
12.
teens.
Yeah. 12, 13.
Okay, 12, 13. Wow, that's fantastic, man. So you understand. So when you get an opportunity to light up a kid's world,
I take it.
Right?
Absolutely.
Isn't it? That's a high right there.
It is.
Right?
It really is. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's because you're making a difference at
Absolutely.
that moment. And listen, kids need to look up to people like
They do.
you. You know,
Yeah.
and I think it's important. Look, the guy that runs the organization, like if there's something called role model in the dictionary, it's got Jeter's picture
Absolutely.
like right next to it.
Couldn't agree more.
Right. So
Who doesn't look up to DJ? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, so the DJ and everything.
Derek Jeter.
Okay, so
We'll go back to formality.
So are you hanging with him and you're like, hey, DJ, what's up?
I wish I was hanging with him.
So walk me through the experience today of being able to do this. What do you get out of it outside of the kids?
And it's just the fan experience. You know, get more fans to the field. You know, the games are. It's kind of tough to play in an environment that's not fully supported. But I know these people are very supportive. And the people that we have here, there's probably more people here than there was in an actual game last year. So I'm excited to see this season and how many, the turnout of how many people come out and just all the support that we get.
Do you guys understand in the clubhouse how tortured we are?
I don't think so.
No, right?
I don't think so, no.
Right. That's the thing, you know, because that's what's been our lives for a long time.
Right.
Because everybody will say, well, 97, 2003, you won the World Series.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
That is
but
great.
they never kept any of those players around, and they got rid of them right after.
Right.
And then we watch Yelich kicking ass, and he's supposed to be in a Marlins uniform and all that stuff. And so that's why we're so tortured.
Right.
And now we're hoping that this is the ownership group, unlike the past one, that develops Robert and keeps him here
Right.
for a long-term basis.
Absolutely.
Are you feeling that that's where you're headed?
Oh, 100%. And I can tell you right now, the minor league system is unbelievable right now. Our farm system's crazy. I know that the pitching-wise, we have so much pitching in the minors. Those guys are waiting. They're itching to get up here. And, I'm really excited for the next couple of years.
So who is, when you start looking at some of your guys in the clubhouse, who are you expecting to have a big year this year?
This year? Man, Brian.
Outside of yourself, of course.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have a good year for sure.
You will have a great year.
Yes, I will have a great year.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Jedi mind trick. All right.
Yeah, that works. We'll see if it works.
Yeah.
I think Sandy's going to come out and do his thing again. Love the way he pitches.
watch.
Absolutely. He's gross. I think Brian Anderson's going to have another good year too. I can't wait to see him play.
He might be don't take this personally, he might be my favorite player to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I love the hustle in the guy.
Absolutely. Plays the game the right way.
Yeah, I love the guys that know how to sell out
Mm-hmm.
and play the game the right way. He's just a guy that you love to watch, you admire. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
And another guy
Like
is...
Sandy, is like a freak.
Oh, yeah. Very
But
talented.
this guy is like lunch pail dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And another guy, John Birdie. I love watching John Birdie play. He plays the game so hard, and he plays the game the right way. And I'm hoping he has a good year too. I feel like he is going to have a good year. So I'm excited to see him play as well.
What is the talk with you guys? Because okay, you didn't win a lot of games last year. What gets you guys going and convinces you that you're going to win more this year? Maybe I'm thinking you guys need to have at least a 10-game improvement. Get into the 60s, possibly 70s maybe. That would be really nice to see that kind of progress. What do you guys got to do to take that next step, Robert?
Just be more consistent, and that's the game of baseball, is just being consistent and, hopefully you have less failures than you do when, it's a game.
Why not? It's actually all right to fail 70% of the time.
Right, exactly, you know what I mean?
It's
crazy. It's crazy. So, if we just be more consistent and, play how we play, I think we're going to have a good year. And, it's not really focusing on the wins-loss record kind of deal. We're just going to go take it day by day and get that game, win that game today.
So is this your lovely wife there?
It is. It's my fiance.
Your fiance?
Yes.
Okay, so think about this. You can't screw up 70% of the time with her, right?
No.
But we can't screw up 70% of the time in anything that we do, right?
Right.
So how hard is it in baseball dealing with failing 70% of the time?
It is.
Because think about it. If you
tough.
failed 70% of the time with her, she wouldn't be around.
She would not be sitting in that chair.
She would not be sitting in that chair. So it would be. But in baseball, it's like normal. But how does it play with your psyche?
You got to be super mentally tough. I mean, it is a tough and it's a grind. And when people say, "Oh, we're going to the grind," but it's not only physically hurting us. It's like the mental part. Like there's days after I'll have a start and my body feels fine, but mentally I'm absolutely drained.
You're burnt.
So, and I probably maybe not have a good game either that day, and I have to kind of flush that and go through those days of process to work out and get through it and be better the next time. So I mean it's tough, but guys here do it. I mean, it's the major leagues. You have to.
You have no choice.
You have to.
Definitely. How do you, right now going into this season, how do you know you're a better player and better prepared for 2020?
Just the slight experience that I've had. I got that a little bit over a month here. So I'm a little bit acclimated, and I had a great off season, and I'm ready to take that into spring training and see how it works, and hopefully start with a team here.
Give me your funniest experience and your weirdest experience in the minors, because you've been in the minors, you've been in a couple levels, and I hear it can get interesting and sometimes odd.
It does get very interesting. I'm trying to think. The clubhouses are just in the minor leagues, especially in the lower levels. It's just it amazes you, especially if you're a guy that went to a D1 school or just even like a decent college. You guys have pretty decent stuff. You get taken care of pretty well, and then you end up in short season low A, and you go to these places and you go to these towns. You're like, there's
Modesto or something like that.
I played there, and you're like, there's a team here, and you're like, wow. And the stadium is literally in the middle of a neighborhood. It's just like, man, you would never believe where these places are. But I mean, it's the experience. You get the experience, and you get better from it.
So what's the funniest promotion that was going on in one of your minor leagues games?
Man, there's been a bunch. Trying to think of the funniest one.
Haircuts, massage.
I've never seen that. Never seen that.
Any vasectomies? No. Can you imagine that?
No, I cannot.
Come watch a team bat while you lose yours. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Definitely not illegal to do that.
No. All right. So tell me, how excited are you about when you see this, that maybe you can transform this into the stands?
Yeah, I'm super excited. These fans are great. I mean, great turnout here. I've never seen this many people at Marlins Park, and I'm hoping that we've created some forever fans, the younger generation, and hopefully we'll see them at the games, and hopefully we win for them, and they'll support us even more.
All right. Hey, Robert, I want to thank you for taking some time, my brother. I look forward to having you. I got to have you on again throughout the season, man.
Absolutely,
we got some fun.
Sure.
They're going to let us be out here for some of the games and maybe in the concourse and all that. And I would like to have you on again, man. You're a cool dude, and I'm looking forward to seeing you grow here in a Marlins uniform.
Absolutely.
Man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Robert, thank you very much.
Thanks again.
Robert Duggar. Duggar. I got you, baby.
You got it.
Thank you, Robert.
All right, thank you.
There you go. Robert Duggar, man. Good stuff there. As always, we appreciate him taking some time. Let's take a quick break. Back with more right here on The Big O Show.
This is The Big O Show. This is The Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit. Offers end 11/10/19.
Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodzie now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodzie can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
Biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com. world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodzie now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodzie can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit. Offers end 11/10/19.
Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
Biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
Thinking about buying or refinancing a home? Act now. Home values are ticking up. Don't put off making a move any longer. Call Michael Kodzie now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730, while mortgage interest rates are still at historical lows. Call now to get pre-approved and buy your dream home. If you're currently paying over $800 a month for rent, call 561-441-2730 now before interest rates go up. Down payments as low as 3.5%. Veterans may qualify for no money down. If you own a home, but you're upside down, Michael Kodzie can help. If you're being denied by your bank or your loan process is taking too long, call 561-441-2730. Act now while fixed rates are still under 3.5%. Offices in Boca and Boynton Beach. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender. NMLS 122081.
Plus tax, tech title. It includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit. Offers end 11/10/19.
Over 1,500 Toyotas are on the ground, and truckloads of new 2020 Toyotas just keep on coming. To eliminate all 2019 models, Toyota of Hollywood is holding the ultimate 2019 model year changeover event. Make us an offer, any offer, and you can buy a Toyota at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A pre-owned 2019 RAV4, not $30,000, $19,775. A pre-owned 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $17,775. A pre-owned 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $12,775. Pay up to 50% less at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
No one expects to get into a crash, but I expect you to go to accidentlawfirm.com if you do. Make sure when hiring a driver, you go through a rideshare app so that you can be covered by the insurance, which can be up to $1 million whether you're a passenger or a driver. In other words, don't try to save a few bucks by paying cash instead of going through the app. I'm attorney Bobby Nunez from Nunez Law in Miami, and we're here to help you through the process. Go to accidentlawfirm.com for a free consultation from me, Bobby Nunez. That's accidentlawfirm.com.
America's safest and best-selling compact luxury SUV is at Acura of Pembroke Pines, and this is how we do it. RDX, $339 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The world's biggest band is coming twice. Metallica. Headlining the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival. 2 different nights, 2 different sets. The weekend of May 8th through the 10th. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com for all information. Get your tickets on sale right now. The one, the only Metallica. Go to welcometorockvillefestival.com.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. Show. This is the Big O 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 Show.
We are back.
This is the Big O Show.
We are ready to rock and roll. Monte Harrison is kind enough to join us now on the program, number 63 on your program. So Monte, tell me about the vibe, because for me, that has been the thing that I loved about today, that it seems like maybe the tide is turning a little bit more and we're getting people to come out and give you guys a little more love.
Oh, yeah, definitely, for sure. I definitely think that tide is definitely turning, just to see the atmosphere that they're bringing, the players that they're bringing in, and I think it's a really good time to be a Marlin. A lot of people are down us in the baseball world and outside the baseball world, but it's going to be a funny thing when that whole thing turns around and it flips the script and everybody starts to be on our side.
Yeah, no, now, before you say, like, I get, the people that are off the bandwagon, all that. Do you have an understanding how jaded and how beaten up the fan base has been over the last few years?
Yeah. I mean, I have somewhat of a background of it, you know what I mean? I haven't been through the whole Leroy, that whole regime and stuff like that, but all I know is Derek Jeter, and I know what Derek Jeter's putting into this, and that's the only thing I can really comment on. I mean, I've heard things about the organization before that, but right now I know the position that we're in and where we're going to be, and everybody's working hard. We're keeping everybody accountable. I know when I step foot into a locker room or on the field, I'm going to hold everybody accountable, even including myself, and there's going to be very high standards.
And like example, we watch Christian Yelich, and it's like, okay, he's supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when Monte becomes a stud, we don't want Monte playing for the Reds or the Yankees or the Red Sox anybody else. We want Monte being a Marlin for a long time, because you see those two kids right there?
Yep.
You know what kids have not had here in the Marlins?
A superstar.
They've had superstars, but they come and they go.
Yep, you're right.
What I'm saying is we need to have Monte here for 15 years.
Yeah.
So that young man grows up with you for 15 years. And that's how we become great Marlins fans. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up with Mike Schmidt at third base as a Phillies fan, because I didn't have Marlins when I was growing up here. I'm born and raised here. I'm a freak. I'm '53 born here.
Yeah.
And Mike Schmidt was my guy. You know what I mean? And it's like watching Dwayne Wade for 14 years with the Miami Heat. You know, I know he left at the end, but 14 years he's here. That's how you develop an identity. And that's why I think you got to understand that people are jaded because they're hurt, man.
They
you
are.
know, they watch you grow up, and then you go leave and go be a star somewhere else. And it's tough, you know what I mean? And so when I see you and I see Jazz, and you sit down here to talk with me, I want you to understand that these people are dying for you to stay, and they're dying for them to win.
Exactly.
And what you said is right. You know, Jeter's the one that's the law.
Yep.
And it looks to me, you know, I had Mike Hill here, and he says, hey, things have changed.
Yeah.
You know, when Monte becomes a star, we're going to keep Monte here. You know, and that's when it's going to change here in Miami.
Exactly, but it takes more than just one person. Like you said, we got Jazz, we got all types of people, JJ, guys coming up in the minor leagues, but at the end of the day, it's going to take a good core group of people, but as you said, it's going to take that one person who's going to step out and be that leader. We don't know who that guy's going to be. I mean, that's going to come to that time when that person has to step on the field and off the field. But that's going to take some time. But at the end of the day, I see myself playing in Miami for a very long time. Before I even got down here, I moved down here. So I think it's a very good step for me to be playing in this building right now.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, so people that may not know who you are, describe yourself as a player. You seem like you got some swag.
Yeah. I mean, you got to bring some type of swag to the game. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. You can't play this game boring. The game's already boring as it is. So you got to bring that type of flair, that type of that craziness, I would say. But you got to keep it on a fine line. But definitely the swagger of the game is definitely one of those things that I keep on. I like keeping nice cleats, you know, a couple chains, a couple here and there. But at the end of the day, it's all about baseball. I'm a 5'2" player that likes to show off his ability to be able to run, throw, hit, do anything possible. And we're going to put butts in those seats, and we're going to win championships.
Monte Harrison joining us here on the program. I love what you're saying. I love what you're all about. And I'm almost getting the vibe, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong on this one. I'm almost getting the vibe that, because one of the problems I feel baseball has is that most of you guys don't get it on the public side and in social media and in advertising and marketing. Baseball doesn't do a good enough job of selling itself.
Correct.
Whereas basketball, football, and soccer, those guys are in commercials all over the place. They're screwing around on social media with each other. They're having fun. I need to see baseball do more of that because young people are about that.
Exactly.
I'm 53 and I'm about that. But most of my guys my age are not. But I get the feeling that you understand that because the way you were talking about it is that's what baseball needs is a little show, baby.
Exactly. At the end of the day, I mean, people see the game as this old regime, you know, step on the field, you don't say anything, you pretty much just be a robot, you know what I mean? And the game nowadays, it's not like that. You got a lot of fashion, you got a lot of style, and those other sports, you see those type of things. So why not bring it to the game of baseball and still respect the game at the end of the day?
Hey, Ricky Henderson, bro. We don't have to say it's modern.
Exactly.
Just watch Ricky Henderson. You want swag? You want super swag?
Exactly.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
You have watched.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean,
chain popping, like every type of thing, hopping down the line. Now, me personally, would I hop down the line? No. Would I pop a chain? I don't know. Maybe I'm running around the bases, but at the end of the day,
when you've had 10 years of Ricky,
you can do that.
You can do that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you might not do it in your first year, Monte.
No.
but if you're balling for 10 years, you swag a little bit.
You can swag a little bit. Like I said, there's a fine line between that. But at the end of the day, I mean, we need to put butts in these seats. At the end of the day, no matter what it is, and that's by winning. How are we going to win 100 games? That's a goal for any team to win 100 games. You win 100 games, and then you get into the playoffs and you reset and you go do your thing and you win championships. That's what we're building for the Marlins. We're trying to win championships, not one championship, but be a dynasty.
Do you have a need to be a leader? Because it seems to me like you got leader in you.
I don't have a need for it. I mean, it's just one of those things. It was always presented to me when I was young. So at this point, it's kind of like one of those, like, you have to lead us. I mean, I don't see it as a nervous feeling or I I see it as a privilege. You know what I mean?
Or maybe a responsibility.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say a responsibility because at the end of the day, I'm being myself. You know what I mean? I mean, responsibilities come into action. Yes, there are hard standards. There are higher standards for dudes who have to lead. But at the end of the day, I think it's just being myself. Going out there, being the player that I can be, being the best teammate that I can be, and helping those people around me get better each and every day.
So you tell me, why do you feel you're ready to have a big year here?
Preparation. Preparation is key. What I've done in the offseason, the things I've been through, the things that I mentally keep preparing myself each and every day. That's what's going to prepare us. Now, if I can get 8 other guys, 26, 25 other guys to be on the exact same level, that's going to be very scary for other teams around the league.
Monte, do you feel that hunger in that clubhouse like you have right now?
Oh my gosh.
Is this the prevailing attitude in the locker room for this team?
Yes, 100%. I mean, people walk around and say, oh, they lost 100 games last year. I think it's very disrespectful when they look down on us. But that's just my personal opinion. I mean, I'm not a guy who likes to lose a lot, so I'm going to hold people accountable. I know other people in the locker room like Miggy, the Joyce. I mean, all those guys are going to hold people accountable. And every time we step on the field, we're going to play 110%. We're going to give it our all. Whether we win or lose, that's a different thing. But at the end of the day, we're going to do what we have to do in order to put ourselves in the best position to win.
Joyce, Dickerson, guys like that, that's pretty cool to have those kind of guys for you to pick their brains.
Exactly, especially veteran guys that have been around the game for a long time and that's been through a lot. It's going to be very fun to see what I learned from them over this next year.
Monte, thank you for taking some time. I know you got to go, my man, because you got a lot of responsibilities here at FanFest, but really appreciate you, man. I look forward to having you on again, man.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, man. It's a fun time. Thank you, man. We're going to keep that swag up a little bit, give y'all a little taste, a little something.
I like it. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with more right here on The Big O Show.
This is The Big O Show. This is The Big O Show. This is The Big O Show. This is The Big O Show. This is The Big O Show.
Alrighty, there you go. I like this. I like that young man. I like Monte Harrison, man. That was my favorite dude right there. That dude right there, I'm gonna be following him. I like the way he carries himself, man. That was good.
I gotta tell you,
that was. I mean, all the guys were fantastic. Drew Steckenrider was excellent. Robert Duggar was excellent. Jazz was awesome. I enjoyed
Mike Hill, man.
Mike, well, yeah, but I'm talking about the players themselves,
Yes.
obviously.
No, but everybody,
But
man.
that kid's got a little something to him. He reminds me of the Princeton quarterback.
Oh,
you know, he just
Kevin Davidson.
He just gave me that vibe, and I was like, I like this guy.
Hey, can I tell you, because I was hearing it over there. You know how they were how excited they were to get a picture with the Big O?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Oh yeah, everybody's always excited to take a picture with me. Anyway, we got to thank all the great people out here at the Miami Marlins, man, for making it nice and easy for us to broadcast, of course. All the great people have made it happen, like Miguel, Bill, all the great people, and of course my lovely wife, who I actually played the role today of helping us out and putting this all together, which is a beautiful thing. We thank all the people that came by to say hi. You guys are absolutely awesome. Everybody that's been downloading it, we love you for it. Tomorrow we'll give you another podcast. It'll be a short one. We'll go over some of the things that went on tonight in sports. and we'll have a little fun with that. But as always, we thank all of you out there for keeping it locked and loaded. Make sure you can reach out to us on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, 786-322-1105. And, of course, follow us and give us the thumbs up when you're watching on our YouTube channel. We will see you tomorrow. You be good out there.
Have a good night, guys.
This is